anyị amapụkwacha na nzu n'ụbọchị taa bụ ụbọchị bụrụ eke nzu eke ka anyị mapụrụ wee na-asị na anyị ọchị ka anyị na-achọ ka anyị gbapụ n'ụbọchị taa bụ ụbọchị bụrụ eke wee na-asịkwa Chukwu okike abịa ma okike kele ụwa gbasịbe n'igbe nwanne otu onye na ya jibe n'aka abụọ ji nke nwe oge kọrọ ọjị a wee sa were akwụkwọ egwu na-agabịa na mmezu wee na-asịkwa anyanwụ ụtụtụ nke na-awara Igbo nke na-awara ọjị nke na-awara Igbo nke na-awara olu wakela anyị na-eke wakela anyị n'orie wakela anyị n'afọ wakela anyị na nkwụ dị na ọnọdụ dancing song wey love and challenge enu wụrụ ọjị ana wụrụ ọjị mbụ wụrụ ọjị egede wụrụ ọjị ndị ichie na ndị ọzọ na ndị kwuru eziokwu ka nka ndị nwere ọgụ Biafra 1967-1970 our fathers, our mothers, our brothers, our sisters, our cousins, our nephews, our friends. Ndị nwere ọgụ Biafra 1967 so unu bịa wụrụ ọjị n'ogbe ka anyị weta ya n'ibe ka unu bịa wụrụ ọjị n'ogbe taa ka anyị wetakwa n'ibe ka unu gbabara ya osiarị na be ndị mmụọ ka gbabara na osiarị na be ndị mmadụ ndị na Chukwu ngị na gị na ihe Naịjirịa na ozi wenezi enu wụrụ ọjị ana wụrụ ọjị mbụ na egede ndị ichie na ndị ọzọ ka unu wụrụ ọjị ya kwukwe na nzu ka anyị na-ekwu n'ọjị n'ụbọchị taa bụ ụbọchị bụrụ ekekere ya na-ekwu okwu ya bụ ndụ anyị na-eke ndụ anyị n'orie ndụ anyị na afọ ndụ anyị na nkwọ ekeketara anyị ọma ka o dodotara anyị ọma ka afụfụtara anyị ọma ka nkwọkwụtara anyị ọma ahịa na izu na nọ nke ndị Igbo ji eme ihe na ndị Igbo Chukwu okike abịa ma nga onwe gị mara ya were asị na ya na-ekwu na eke ka anyị na-ekwu n'orie ya na-ekwu n'orie ka anyị na-ekwu n'afọ ya na-ekwu n'afọ ka anyị na-ekwu na nkwọ ka anyị na-ekwu na nkwọ ka anyị na-ekwu n'ụtụtụ ka anyị na-ekwu n'ụtụtụ ka anyị na-ekwu n'ehihie ka anyị na-ekwukwo n'ehihie ka anyị na-ekwu n'anyasị bụ ya anyị na-ekwu gwa bụ Biafra ka anyị na-ekwu na eke ka Biafra ka anyị na-ekwu n'owe na-asị Chukwu okike abịa ma dododo onye ndụ anyị bụ Maazị Nnamdi Kanu dubịa na eke dubịa na orie dubịa na afọ dubịa na nkwọ dubịa na ụtụtụ dubịa na ehihie dubịa na anyasị dubịa na maazị adịghị n'aka ihe ori ya dị n'aka bụrụ ụzọ ma bịara azụ kpuchite aka ọkụkọ si ekpuchite ụmụ ya alapụkwara na ọdịrị arapụrụ bịa n'oruru ahịhịa n'ụbọchị nkata otu esi kwa ka oge si wadị n'aha Great Chukwu okike abịa ma onye anyị na-akpụ isi ala enye mgbe niile na-asị dododo ụmụnne m ụmụ Biafra ekeketara na ihe ọma ka o rewe rotere na ihe ọma ka afọ wefọtara na ihe ọma ka ndụ anyị na-eke ndụ anyị n'orie ndụ anyị na afọ ndụ anyị na nkwọ n'aha anyị na-akpọku Chukwu okike abịa ma okike kele ụwa gbasịrị n'igwe nwanne otu onye aṅụrụ aṅụrụ ndụ kwere kpama ya ụgwọ narị atụ egwu agbakwuru zuru ike onye ike niile dị n'ọba aka ya Adonai ancient of days Elohim of our forefathers, Elohim of our ancestors, El Shaddai, Hashem, Most High God, Chukwu okike abịama. We committed our leader n'ụbọchị taa bụ ụbọchị bụrụ eke anyị na-asị n'ụbọchị taa bụ ụbọchị bụrụ eke n'isi onye ndu anyị bụ Maazị Nnamdi Okwu Kanu, the Yeshua of our time, the Irokotri of our time, Ọhamadike one ọnụ na-ekwuru Igbo niile ọnụ na-ekwuru Biafra niile wee na-asị n'ụbọchị taa bụ ụbọchị bụrụ eke na naba anyị ndụ ya na-eke ndụ ya n'orie ndụ ya n'afọ ndụ ya na nkwọ ndụ ya n'ụtụtụ ndụ ya n'ehihie ndụ ya n'anyasị gị na Chukwu gị na ana gị na ihe na-ejere ala ozi gị na ihe ana na-ejere ozi wee na-asịkwa Chukwu abịa ma dododo nakwa nwanne anyị nwoke bụkwa our prime minister Biafra government in exile autopilot Maazị Simon Ekpa wee na-asị Chukwu okike abịa ma n'ụbọchị taa bụ ụkwụrụ ụbọchị bụrụ eke na n'Igbo niile mmụọ eke ngị bụ ihe ihe ọmasị na ihe ga-eri aka mmụọ orie ngị bụ mmiri ndụ mmiri ndụ azụ ndụ agha bụ ndụ mmiri iji agha bụ ije mmiri mmụọ afọ ngị bụ ana ya echekọta ya na eke chekọta ya n'orie chekọta ya na afọ chekọta ya na nkwọ mmụọ nkwọ ngị bụ ikuku na ihe ọmasị na ikuku ga-eri aka na ndụ ya ga-adị na eke na ndụ ya ga-adị n'orie na ndụ ya ga-adị n'afọ na ndụ ya ga-adị na nkwọ eje anaghị abụrụ isi ije wee na-asịkwa Chukwu okike abịa ma okike kele ụwa na ọ ga-adị ka echi na echi adị agwa agwụ n'osisi pụtara ife dị bụ ụgbọ na ojiri egbuo ha Maazị Nnamdi Kanu ojiri egbu Maazị Nnamdi Kanu ojiri egbu Simon Ekpa m ga-egbu onwe ya ọ ga-eti isi ya ngị na Chukwu ngị na ana ngị na ihe na-ejere na ozi ngị na-agwụ nsị ọha mehie ngị na ndị mbụ ndị egede ndị ichie ndị ọzọ ndị kwuru eziokwu ka nka Chukwu debere ọkọrọ afọ ọkọrọ nkwọ họwa ma ha nwa eze ọnọ n'ihu ndị nkọ ha duru mgboke duru zom iwu duru obi nwụba anụ ụmụ dura n'isi eke otu a sikwu ya ka o ga-esi anụ ọkịja niile otu a sikwu ya ka o ga-esi wede n'aha Great Chukwu okike abịa ma onye anyị na-akpụ isi ala enye mgbe niile a na-agwọ ọ na-ere nke e mere ju oyi eme ọzọ isi emeghị ọṅụra anụ n'ebe ya wee na-asịkwa Chukwu okike abịa ma n'isi ụmụ IPOB indigenous people of Biafra the genuine ones indeed working as seriously to make sure that Biafra is restored in Biafra land. Eze Chukwu okike abịa ma also the principal officers of Biafra government in exile autopilot keke ketara na ya ihe ọma ka o rere na ya ihe ọma ka fụfụtara na ya ihe ọma ka kwụkwụtara na ya ihe ọma ndụ anyị na-eke ndụ anyị n'orie ndụ anyị na-afọ ndụ anyị na nkwọ gị na chukwu gị na gị na-enye Naịjirịa na ozi gị na-enye Naịjirịa ụra asọ okike ozi chukwu okike abịa ma okike gọrọ ụwa gbasị dị n'igbe when I say the angel chukwu okike abịa ma also guide us and protect us till Biafra is restored in Biafra land anywhere we are going chukwu okike abịa ma n'ụbọchị taa bụ ụbọchị bụrụ eke mmụọ eke ndị ibe ihe ihe masị na ihe bịa ga-eru anyị aka mmụọ orie gị bụ mmiri ihe masị na mmiri ga-eru anyị aka mmụọ afọ gị bụ ana ihe masị na ana ga-eru anyị aka mmụọ nkwọ gị bụ ikuku na ihe masị na ikuku ga-eru anyị aka n'ụbọchị taa bụ ụbọchị bụrụ eke gị na chukwu gị na gị na-enye Naịjirịa na ozi gị na ihe na Naịjirịa ozi gị na-agwụ nsị ọha mee onye ọbụla mama aka nzu na aka nzu dị mma na we are whiter than snow na nzu enwe ntụpọ na Igbo na nzu bụ omenala Igbo niile na nzu bụ izizi a na-enye mmadụ na mmadụ bịa ebe mmadụ na ihe anyị na-ekwu okwu n'ụbọchị nke taa chukwu okike abịa ma na-ekwu ya na-ekwu okwu bụ Biafra ka anyị na-ekwu okwu bụ nwoke ọ bụ nwaanyị ọ bụ ndị onye ọbụla wherever they are planning evil against the total restoration of the kingdom of chukwu okike abịa ma na House of Government House, House of Assembly, House of Senate, House of Rep, local government chairman, councilorship, community leaders, wherever they are planning evil against the children of the Most High, against Biafra restoration, against our leader, also against the Prime Minister of Biafra government in Nigeria, our brother Mazi Simon Ekpa. When I say the chukwu okike abịa ma okwu ọjọọ dị nke kwuru gọvanọ ahụ wekwe n'ụbọchị taa bụ ụbọchị bụrụ eke n'oge chere ha ozo kpasa ụkpasa na eke ozu akpọsa ụkpasa na orie ụkpasa ụkpasa na afọ ụkpasa ụkpasa na nkwọ n'ụbọchị ndụ ha niile oge chere ha azụ ihe niile bụ ihe ụjọ ọjọọ kwuru n'isi anyị ọ bụ iziri na nke a gbara n'isi anyị when I say the chukwu okike abịa ma any evil plans of enemy in our land, in our Biafra restoration, wherever they are in planning against the total restoration of the kingdom of chukwu okike abịa ma in this planet earth, in House of Government House, House of Representatives, House of Assembly, House of Senate, House of Rep, local government chairman, councilorship, community leaders, traditional leaders, wherever they are in their planet earth, in the four corners of this planet earth, in their marine kingdom, in their Owonu kingdom, in their Ekaka kingdom, planning evil against the total restoration of the kingdom of chukwu okike abịa ma let their evil plan turn against their in eke ngina chukwu ngina na in orie ngina chukwu ngina na in afọ ngina chukwu ngina na n'ụtụtụ the evil plans of enemy will go back to them in the mighty name of chukwu okike abịa ma a na-agwọ ọ na-ele okike abịa ma n'aha chukwu okike abịa ma were sịkwa n'ụbọchị nke taa ka anyị na-ekwukwu okwu ya the land of the rising sun ga-enwe love and challenge anyanwụ ụtụtụ ka anyị na-akpọlite the land of the rising sun will love and challenge the land of the rising sun will love and challenge ha eke chukwu okike abịa ma anyanwụ ụtụtụ nke na-awara Igbo nke na-awara ọrụ wakele anyị na-eke wakele anyị n'ode wakele anyị n'afọ wakele anyị na nkwọ wakele anyị n'ụtụtụ wakele anyị na-ehihie wakele anyị n'anyasụ anyị ga-abụ ka ihe na ya na-ekwu okwu ebe na anyị ga-adị ka echi na echi adị agwagwụ na osisi pụtara ife adịghị ekpe obodo anyị apụtaghị ife na ya pụtago na ya echighakwa azụ nakwa ya na-ekwu okwu bụ Biafra ekeketara anyị Biafra ka o rerotara anyị Biafra ka fụfụtara anyị Biafra ka nkwụkwụtara anyị Biafra nke na chukwu nke na anyị sị na Biafra aka abịa na onye ga-atụ isi ya na eke onwe isi na eke tụ isi ya na orie onwe isi na orie tinye isi ya na afọ onwe isi na afọ tinye isi ya na nkwọ onwe isi na nkwọ onye asị chukwu okike abịa ma okike ekele ụwa gbasị bi n'igwe nwanne otu onye aṅụlụ ndụ kwere mkpa mee ya ụgwọ anarị atụ egwu agbakwuru ezu n'ike onye asị nekwa nwanne anyị nwoke a bụ Biafra United Channel Television n'ụbọchị taa bụ ụbọchị bụrụ eke dubia na eke dubia na orie dubia na afọ dubia na nkwọ dubia na ụtụtụ dubia na ehihie dubia na anyasị ọpụpịa na mbatị adịghị n'aka ihe oriri ya ahụ dịghị n'aka chukwu okike abịa ma buru ụzọ ma bịarịa azụ kpuchite ka ọkụkọ si ekpuchite ụmụ ya arapụkwana ya na-erapụ bịa n'ụrụrụ anya n'aha Great Pope abịa ma were asịkwa n'ụbọchị nke taa the land of the rising sun will love and cherish chukwu okike abịa ma okike kele ụwa gbasị bi n'igwe anyanwụ ụtụtụ nke na-awara Igbo nke na-awara olu wakele anyị na eke wakele anyị n'orie wakele anyị n'afọ wakele anyị na nkwọ wakele anyị n'ụtụtụ wakele anyị n'ehihie wakele anyị n'anyasị ụfụ anyị na mbata anyị the land of the rising sun will love and cherish anyanwụ ụtụtụ n'ụbọchị nke taa ka anyị na-ekwukwe n'isi ya kewakerịa na ekewakerịa n'orie wakerịa n'afọ n'ekwu ụmụ IPOB n'isi ụmụ Biafra niile wakele anyị na eke wakele anyị n'orie wakele anyị n'afọ wakele anyị na nkwọ wakele anyị n'ụtụtụ wakele anyị n'ehihie wakele anyị n'anyasị ụfụ anyị na mbata anyị dịghị n'aka ya eri ya ya dịghị n'aka bụrụ anyị ma kpere ya azụ chukwu okike abịa ma n'isi nwanne anyị nwoke bụ Biafra United Channel otu anyị si wekwu ya n'isi ya ka ọ ga-esite n'isi ụmụ Biafra niile n'isi ụmụ IPOB niile n'isi indigenous people of Biafra niile n'ụbọchị taa bụ ụbọchị bụrụ eke otu anyị si kwu ya ka ọ ga-esi wee dị n'aha Great chukwu okike abịa ma onye anyị na-akpụ isi ala enye mgbe niile a na-agwọ ọ na-ere nke emere jụọ oyi emekwa ọzọ.
Good afternoon, good morning, good evening, Wonderful people of Biafra, lovers of freedom all over the world. You all are highly welcome to this very live presentation, reaching you all the way from the studio of Biafra Unite channel / television this very moment. Today's date is 11th of August 2026, and the time right now is exactly 34 minutes past 2 p.m. in the land of Biafra. It is 34 minutes top of the hour, no matter where you are watching from. So this is your live presentation as we have gathered this very afternoon, morning, evening, night, depending on your time zone. We have come to do the needful this very afternoon from my location. I welcome every one of you, my wonderful people of Biafra, lovers of freedom. Please, as I welcome you, endeavor to welcome others as we have come to do the needful this very afternoon. We all know that today, being the 11th day of the month of August 2026, is another beautiful day that God Chukwokika has made for the truth to be spoken, for the child of Elohim, Chukwokika Chukwu, Mazi Simon Ekpa, to stand and defend the truth, defend Biafra, and defend mankind. Today is another opportunity for this reality check for the Zoological Republic of Animal Kingdom, Nigeria, the creation of British to destroy the black race in Africa. Today is another reality check. And I want to assure us, the lovers of freedom, Biafrans all over the world, that victory is imminent. As long as Finland and Finnish court allows justice to be done, allows law to take its course, allows the truth to prevail, and allows light to shine over the darkness, I want to assure every one of you that victory is imminent. As long as there is no hand of devil in the name of politics, in the court case of our, or should I say, in the appeal case of our prime minister, which is going on in Finland, I want to assure us, so far so good, victory is imminent. This afternoon, this very program will be centered on what happened today in Finland. I have set up this very studio for this very live broadcast since morning, but because of some research that I have to do based on what transpired or what has been transpiring in the court, it took me a whole lot of time for this very research that I've been making since morning. That is the reason why we are coming live now, this very minute. But notwithstanding, we are going to do the same thing that we would have done had it been we came very early in the morning. So I want you to take a chill pill, sit down and relax, and of course, watch as everything unfolds. So before we proceed, I want every one of you to see the face of our Prime Minister as he shines bright after today's court proceeding in Finland. As he smiles to Biafran people, and of course, we cannot be happier than this. The volume was very, very low. When I received the video, the volume was very, very down. So I said I have no other option than to add, sound to it. So this is our Prime Minister today, live and direct in the court. Live and direct in the court. Of course, exchanging pleasantry with other Biafrans who stick around till this very moment in Finland. It's not easy. I have said it before. That anybody you see that is still around till now, to onya wike no dị easy. To onya wike no dị easy. All of you, especially those of you that are living abroad, you understand how difficult it is to live in abroad. You know how tough it is to live in Europe, America, or any other part of the world. So for you to abandon every single thing, to stand in solidarity with our Prime Minister, I want to say once again, kudos to you. Not that those who have gone did not do well, not that they did not try, they did their best. I am not saying what I'm saying in condemnation to those that have already left, but I'm saying extra kudos to those who are still around and those who will be around till the very end of the appeal case. So this is our Prime Minister today. He didn't say much. He only greeted the Biafrans, took some pictures with them, and there are others who will be leaving today as well, especially those who came from America. So they will be leaving today. So they managed to, take pictures and more hugs with our Prime Minister for the last time before they travel back to their base. So, having said this, I'm going to show another video from the court. After that, we will begin to dissect every single thing that happened in the court today. Omeleme live. Omeleme live. Omeleme live. All right.
I have banana kids. We only 5 minutes break. I had on now. Nanketa our video can happen. Yeah, program about to be any room program. Born a state of emergency. On here on a and happen today. Na okudova mana ekenedre Chineke na anyị nwe mmeri aka nsị ka mee ka ụnụ mara onye ọ na-abaicha plate na mmiri because n'aka Chukwu dị ya Chukwu ya emeriri nke o ji emeriri ife o ji were wuru Chukwu so ụnụ n'anya ụnụ ya afụ ụnụ n'anya ụnụ ya afụ ụmụ ajani I ain't a corner full of nna m ha ya anwụcha onye na-achịkwa ya ada onye na-achịkwa ya ada onye na-achịkwa ya adakwa maka na iji aka godo ọcha nna m at least for how many months how many weeks ya nọkịta ebe a ijebe ha ọrụ ị na-eso anyị na-abịa still a na-akpụgharịkwa gị nna m chimgozie nki a na-agakwa ezi nwanne m anyị nọ ya so tata nki biko ka eke isi efe ihe na-eme today biko gwa kene m
ihe na-eme today is my area anyị na-akpa international law if you were na the former last year, anything concerning international law was not brought up in this court. A big disappointment.
Okay, for an act on
a PCC, how we do international law.
Thank you. Adanne, Opa, just 1 second.
Even Choka no Biafra would be go. Can go to the Nina Delusin, say 4 time we made protest. Manihena, you know, when you bonya nona, Nkonya, Yemenia, me, we cannot togo. My is Biago. Where, why, and one night you Maka. Only yes, he get up by us. Gordon.
Osinoni esirike, not by asirike. I like that. I genuinely like that. Now, having shown us the videos from the court, it is the time for us to begin to show us what really happened today in the court. Dear friends and lovers of freedom, today was very, very exciting day and a very tough day in the hands of the Zoological Republic and the prosecutor. Just like as I told us yesterday that the Zoological Republic of Animal Kingdom, Nigeria, does not have any evidence against Mazi Simon Ekpa and Joko. That they are only relying on politics, only politics, not law and international treaties. Not law and international treaties. They only rely on politics. Kindly let me know in the comment section if my voice is coming out loud and clear. Very, very important. Somebody said I missed the video. Can you kindly, can you replay the video? I will replay just one, the one that our PM is inside. So, now, how many of you remember yesterday when I told us that the zoo, the Zoological Republic of Animal Kingdom, Nigeria, has no any evidence against our Prime Minister Mazi Simon Ekpa? How many of you remember? I told us that the zoo does not have any evidence against him. They are only relying on his post on X account and, of course, politics. They want to use politics to influence Finland so that they can be able to, see if there's a way they can corner justice. So that they can see if there's a way that they can corner justice, travesty of justice. That is the only thing that the lawless country like the Zoological Republic is waiting for. But unfortunately to them, this time around, I am not sure that justice can be cornered again, just like in 2025. So, as I told us that they do not have any evidence, no delegate from Nigeria, nothing. They are only relying on the post made by our PM, which is against them, which is against the zoo. All the posts made by PM is against the zoo because he is only showing how the Nigerian terrorist military are coming to kill innocent Biafrans and how we are defending ourselves. That is the only thing that he usually posts on a regular basis on his X. And he doesn't just post, he also made write-ups concerning whatever video or image that he's posting on his X, analyzing and addressing what he's posting through his write-ups. So that is where they are clinging, thinking that maybe somehow justice may be cornered by the side and then politics will prevail. So now, today, as the court gathered, as the court resumed, if I'm right or wrong, I don't know. As they gathered in the court, and the court began this morning, they started playing some of the videos from our PM's, official X account. And they played, so those videos they played, most of them, not all of them, but most of them that they played, I'm going to show us the videos that they played. You understand me? So these videos we are taking, they took the videos from our PM's X account. You understand me? As they took the videos from his X account, they played it live in the court there in Finland, live there today. You understand me? So when they finish playing one, they have their time. That's why today's proceeding has taken more time than before. So they have their time to play not all the videos, of course, but most of the videos, especially the broadcasts or some speeches made by our Prime Minister, Simon Ekpa. So they had their time today to go through all those videos, which I'll be showing us, the videos that they played, and then I will tell you, what they said, and also analyze it on my own from my particular point of view. So let us watch this one.
The time you kidnap Biafrans and enforce their disappearance is over. And of course, Biafrans that are going to be victims of this kidnapping by the Nigeria state, all you need to do is to lie on the floor of whichever or whatever vehicles that they are using to transport you. We may not be able to rescue everyone, but if you happen to be a victim of the Nigeria kidnapping terrorist group and those enforcing the disappearances of our people, if you are part or become a victim of this kidnapping, all you need to do not struggle with them. You do not have what it takes to defend yourself. All you need to do is, when they take you to their vehicle, make sure you lie down very well, because you don't know when the people that will rescue you will come. The only reason you are going to be succeeded in kidnapping, or they succeed in kidnapping you, is that we don't have idea of it, or that the Biafra Defense Forces don't have idea that you are kidnapped. That is the only way they will take you to their own destination. Otherwise, we will come with a heavy, more firepower to stop them. So if you fall a victim from today.
Oh my God, what has happened?
The time you kidnap Biafrans and enforce their disappearance is over. And of course, Biafrans that are going to be victims of this kidnapping by the Nigeria state, all you need to do is to lie on the floor of whichever or whatever vehicles that they are using to transport you. We may not be able to rescue everyone, but if you happen to be a victim of the Nigeria kidnapping terrorist group and those enforcing the disappearances of our people, if you are part or become a victim of this kidnapping, all you need to do not struggle with them. You do not have what it takes to defend yourself. All you need to do is, when they take you to their vehicle, make sure you lie down very well, because you don't know when the people that will rescue you will come. The only reason you are going to be succeeded in kidnapping, or they succeed in kidnapping you, is that we don't have idea of it, or that the Biafra Defense Forces don't have idea that you are kidnapped. That is the only way they will take you to their own destination. Otherwise, we will come with a heavy, more firepower to stop them. So if you fall a victim from today, being the 10th of November 2024, if Nigeria terrorist police and army kidnap you in Biafra land and they take you to their vehicle, make sure you lie down very, very well, wear your head and nothing will show. Because that kidnapping, we are ending it. Anywhere we see anybody being kidnapped, forced into any vehicle so that we enforce your disappearance, they will be ruthlessly engaged. Except there is no Biafra security there. That is the only way, only when they can succeed. But once there are security of Biafra, you are mandated to go into action immediately to rescue that Biafra. Make sure those kidnapping those Biafrans are eliminated. From today, this will continue until we get to our convention to make sure that our people are protected. The life of every Biafran is very important to the Biafra government, and we'll go to any length to protect them. We will give them the protection that Nigeria have denied them for decades. We are here with alternative to serve humanity and mankind. Thank you, Odmewu.
So now, if you listen to what PM said, it's very, very clear, right? I wonder how the prosecutor brought this video and played it in the court, thinking that it's possible for him to use it against the Prime Minister Mazi Simon Ekpa Njoko. When has self-defense become a crime? To make the matter worse, they are not seeing the part that he's crying and shouting and talking about the kidnapping of our people, innocent Biafrans. They are not seeing that part. They want to see only the part where he said we are going to defend ourselves. And it now become a crime because the prosecutor is working for the zoo, even though he's a white man, even though he's a Finnish man, but he's working for the zoo. Therefore, he's going to reason like a zoo. He's going to reason just like an animal in the zoo because he is working for the zoo. If not because he's working for his money, tell me when self-defense has become a crime in this world. They are not talking about the Zoological Republic of Animal Kingdom jihadist army coming to kidnap innocent Biafrans in Biafra land, in our own territory. They come here, they kidnap our people, they force them into their Black Maria, zoom off, and that's all. You will never see that person again. Are you paying attention? All of a sudden, now for us to rise up and say enough is enough, we are no longer going to allow this nonsense to continue, then the prosecutor, boom, booped the video. It did not end there. No, it did not end there. It didn't end there. So after our Prime Minister Mazi Simon Ekpa Njoko defended this one, I told you he's going to start defending himself, but he analyzed what he meant there and brushed it one side, ASAP. He analyzed what he meant and brushed it one side, and then all of a sudden, the prosecutor came with another video again, which I'll be playing now. Today, working on Muchukwu Okike. So, what the prosecutor is doing is that the moment he analyzed the video and set it aside, he will jump to another video. And to be honest with you, there is no any video here. All the videos that the prosecutor played today, none of them is a lie. Every single video that he played today, based on what the PM said, is exactly what is happening in Biafra land. You understand me? They kidnap our people, they take them out, and then we don't see them again. Even when their family members, their parents pay ransom, their family members pay ransom, which they call bail, we still don't see them. They kill them, they butcher them, they sell their parts to ritualists, and some of them they sell them to China. as we uncovered about 700 containers going to China just a couple of years ago. 700 containers of human penis to China. Now, the prosecutor jumped to this next video and he played it. Let us watch.
This is the 11th day of November 2024. Good afternoon, fellow Biafrans. This is the 11th day of November 2024, and I am here again to respond to a question by somebody who just asked me, Prime Minister, what do we do to sustain the peace and security we've brought to Biafra land? And I told him, and I said, I am going to make this video to respond because I know many people are going to be asking the same question. So here is my response. The only way to sustain the peace that we have brought to Biafra territory and to the Biafra people is to make sure that Nigeria never breed within our territory.
Mm-hmm.
The Nigeria terrorist army, Nigeria terrorist state police, and every arm carrying person under Nigeria within Biafra territory must not be allowed to breed because they are the main cause of insecurity. They are the terrorists that have been terrorizing people, facilitating the attack against indigenous people, and shielding these ragtag terrorists when they come to kill.
Yes. Remember, a Methodist prelate. How many of you remember that video? I wish. Maybe as this video is playing, based on what Prime Minister said here, as the video plays, I'm going to go back and search for that very video of a Methodist prelate who was kidnapped by Fulani terrorists in Abia, between Abia State boundary, in Abia State between Abia and the Imo State boundary. That very prelate, when he was released after a huge amount of ransom was paid, he came out to confirm that, listen, I hope that the Finnish authority, they are watching. They are listening to this very program. I hope they are listening, because I'm going to search for that video and play it. A Methodist prelate was kidnapped by Fulani terrorists in Biafra land, in our own land. And when, after paying ransom, he was released, he came outside and spilled the beans. He said every single thing that happened to him. And guess what? He said that from the place that they kidnapped him, just a pole from where he was kidnapped, there was a military checkpoint there. There were soldiers there, mountain checkpoint there. And in their own presence, he was kidnapped by terrorists and they couldn't do nothing. They were there watching and he was kidnapped. They couldn't do nothing. Absolutely nothing was done. They took him inside the thick forest. He spent days there. After the ransom was paid, then he came out. Could you believe that after that man made that very exposition, the only thing Nigeria terrorist army could do was to call him and invite him to Abuja for questioning, for interrogation. They invited him to Abuja for interrogation. After interrogating him, the man promised to give more info. From there till today, that man, they silenced that very prelate, that Methodist prelate. They silenced him. He never spoke again. And the Janjaweed terrorist army never done anything about what is happening both in Law Anta and the boundary between Abia State and Imo State, where Fulani terrorists are running riots. It took the men of BLA to go there and sack the terrorists who are kidnapping our people along that very Okigwe Express Highway between Abia State and Imo. Now, let's continue with this very video while I search for that prelate.
person under Nigeria is my response. The only way to sustain the peace that we have brought to Biafra territory and to the Biafra people is to make sure that Nigeria never breed within our territory. The Nigeria terrorist army, Nigeria terrorist state police, and every arm carrying person under Nigeria within Biafra territory must not be allowed to breed, because they are the main cause of insecurity. They are the terrorists that have been terrorizing people, facilitating the attack against indigenous people, and shielding these ragtag terrorists when they come to kill. So we are not going to allow them to breed in Biafra territory until Biafra become an independent state, recognized under international community and the United Nations. I want you to take a look at where Nigeria is breeding, how the security situation are in those places. Take a look in Yoruba land. Nigeria is breeding in Yoruba land. 29,000 people have been reportedly killed by the Fulani terrorists. Look at the northeast, northwest, where Nigeria is breeding. There are many terrorist groups springing up on daily basis. Innocent women and children are being neutralized every day. Take a look in the Middle Belt, where Nigeria is breeding. There are people who have given birth to their children inside IDP camp. And many of those children are today 19 years of age. What does that tell you? It means that people have actually left and fled their ancestral land and have been living in IDP camp for more than 19 years. And without any plan for them to reclaim their land. Their land is now being occupied by strangers. Who are those strangers? The fighters that were actually killing the people and chasing them out of their own land. Nigeria is breeding in the Middle Belt. And that's the reason why we decided that the solution to sustain this security in our land is to make sure that Nigeria never breed. And that's what Simon Ekpa is leading. Thank you very much. May God bless you.
All right. So after this particular
Good afternoon, fellow Biafrans.
after this particular video was played, right? They played the second video. Not second overall, but second after this one. Let me show you. Just hold on. They played another video that followed a follow-up video to this particular one. Let me try to bring that one. While I keep on searching, I'm still searching for that very Methodist Church prelate. If anybody has that video, please bring it to me. If anybody has that video, I'm searching for it. If I knew I was going to talk about it, I would have, prepared that very video before coming to this very program. But for the fact that I have said it, I've spoken about it, it is very, very imperative for me to look for it, because on egosi so that people do not think or say that you are carrying propaganda. That very Methodist priest that was kidnapped in Umunochi, that thing happened in a place called Umunochi in Abia State, very close to Imo, between Abia and the Imo State boundary. So that is another evidence, very important evidence to what we are talking about. You understand me? Very important evidence, because when the Biafra agitators are talking about what is happening in Biafra land, just like as Mazi Simon Ekpa is talking about it, because he's a Biafran agitator, some unscrupulous element, or even some reputable people, some people with reputation, may feel that he is spreading propaganda and falsehood in order to, in order to suit his own narrative. You understand me? So, but when a different individual, somebody like that Methodist priest, when a different individual speaks about what is happening in Biafra, in our own land,
Good afternoon.
that something that has nothing to do with Biafra agitation, then some people, some of those people with reputation, some of the people that are in the in the highest levels will begin to pay attention to it and understand that what the agitators are saying are actually nothing but the truth. So this is the follow-up video to the one that we just watched a couple of minutes ago.
Good afternoon, fellow Biafrans. Today is the 11th day of November 2024. And entire Biafra land is under lock and key in compliance with the Biafra government directive. I want you to understand, it is only in Biafra land that people are not running away from their ancestral land in the entire Nigeria. In Yoruba land, people are fleeing the ancestral land. In the northeast, northwest, middle belt, people are fleeing from their ancestral land. It is only in Biafra land, and the government of Biafra made it possible. But you know what? They would like you to believe that Simon Ekpa is the cause of insecurity. No, I am the solution, and the only way they can get to you is by kicking me out of the way, which is not possible. I have come. After I'm done with Nigeria, Biafra will be free and enjoy freedom. Biafra will know the importance of freedom and what I'm doing today in 5 years to come. Thank you.
All right. So now, after this, while I continue to search for that very video, I hope my voice is coming out. Please let me know in the comment section if my voice is clear. Very, very important, please. So, after this very video, Mazi Simon and Joko debunked the prosecutor's narrative, who is representing the Zoological Republic of Animal Kingdom, Nigeria, and Finland. And then they now jumped to another video, which I am bringing to the screen now. They jumped to another video, and there's not only video, including some of his ex. These people, they have time today, including some of his ex, live question and answer. Some of those X programs our PM did, live question and answer and X space. They brought them. They actually brought many of them. Many of them. Today, they took a whole lot of time today. Watch all his broadcast videos and X space question and answer, State of the Nation address. They watch all of them. So after that one, they now play this particular video. Let us also watch and listen to this one.
Good evening, members of the cabinet. Good evening, admins of Biafra, Liazen in different states of the United States. I welcome all of you, the cabinet members, ministers and head of department of the Biafra Republic Government in Exile, and the Biafra de facto government in the homeland. Good evening.
Oh, network, what is this? What is this now? What is this? The network is very, very down, very, very poor. It's good.
And the Biafra de facto government in the homeland.
It's good that we watch these videos in order to, understand how the zoo is panicking, and also understand that they do not actually have any case against Mazi Simon and Joko. The only thing that they are relying on is politics. Only politics. They want to use Britain to influence Finland's decision on Mazi Simon case, because they have any case, no evidence whatsoever against him. That is the reason why they are unable to send anybody from the zoo to come, with first-class evidence to the court. They haven't done it. They didn't do it before. They only send the people who went there to monitor the case, Olubumi Ojo, and then the DOS criminals in Finland. They didn't go with any evidence to provide evidence that, look, this is first-class evidence, this is eyewitness, this is evidence of what Simon Ekpa and Joko, of a purported crime that Simon Ekpa and Joko allegedly committed. Nothing like that. So let's watch the next video that they played.
Good evening from here. It's another honor to be with you today in the U.S. town hall meeting. The enemies are quaking and have all seated in their various gossiping locations to watch again how we fund our liberation, because that is the biggest mystery to them today. You've seen them releasing research articles and many papers on how Biafra government is funding its liberation. They took their time to start analyzing, researching on our fundraising, and at the same time, including the views we've had on Twitter. They themselves have posted and published their own finding that my ex-posts have over 226 million views on X alone. So they can understand the magnitude of what Biafrans are doing globally. And I have challenged them to publish their own drug lord criminal president Tinubu views. Let us see who is interested in listening to a convicted criminal in the United States. My fellow Biafrans, I want you all to understand that our freedom is here. My speech today will be very brief, and I hope, but I would like to point and touch many places and many issues. One is that I want to use this opportunity and medium to send a warning to Bianca Ojukwu to stay clear from anything sabotage against Biafra. If she wants to continue to have her peace, Biafra people will not look at anybody that stand on their way to freedom. Her husband led the war when Nigeria declared war against Biafra people. The great Iroko of Biafra, which is her late husband, commanded Biafra armed forces. And of course, he was the president of Biafra during that 3 years of genocide. So we are not going to trade our freedom for anything political position, because a lot of people have expected me to react on the so-called frivolous appointment of Bianca Ojukwu. The reason I have not reacted is that it is not my business. And I believe it is none of Biafran's business. She is a politician. She believes in Nigeria, and that is her own choice. She's just one person, one woman with one vote. Today, you don't expect me to start reacting when 50 million Biafrans have consented to this Biafra government, giving this Biafra government consent and the authority to fight for their freedom. So who is Bianca Ojukwu? Only one person, one woman. So I don't want to waste my time, but it is very imperative.
How many of you remember? How many of you remember the time I personally gave us a certain information, news, that Bianco no has traveled to Finland to discuss the issue of Mazi Simon Ekpa and Joko. Before that matter began to go viral, how many of you remember that very news when we exposed Bianca Ono's journey to Finland before the arrest of our prime minister? How many of you remembered? Also, we also exposed Bianca Ono's journey to Israel. After that very Israeli woman, what's her name? Rachel Nwosu, made her first move to Israeli parliament, and they discussed about Biafra and Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. It didn't take up to 4 days. I think that was 3 days later. Boom, Bianca Ono flew to Israel to influence Israeli parliament not to discuss about Biafra and the release and possible release of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Now, when Mazi Simon Ekpa Njoku addressed that very issue finally, after he addressed the issue, it took like about 1 or 2 weeks later when he finally addressed the issue and warned Bianca Ono not to meddle into Biafra matters. Then all of a sudden now, they are one of the videos that they forwarded to Finnish prosecutor to use it to prosecute Mazi Simon Ekpa Njoku. Unbelievable. Shame. Shame to the Zoological Republic. I found that very video after this one now played that brilliant video to remind the Finnish authority of what is happening, that every single thing Mazi Simon Ekpa Njoku said about the terrorism of Nigerian military and the aiding and abetting Fulani Boko Haram terrorists in Biafra land is not a joke. It's not propaganda, and it's not even about our agitation. It has nothing to do with our agitation. This is live. This is what is happening live and direct. And the only option we have is to defend ourselves, because those in the north, those in Benue State, those in Kogi State, those in Nasarawa State, those in Plateau State, those in Zamfara State, those in Borno State, those in Kano State, those in Kaduna State, those in Katsina State, Sokoto, and all of them, they are unable to defend themselves, including those in the West, both on those states, Kwara State, and so on and so forth. They are unable to defend themselves because they are too myopic, hoping and believing that the government of the Zoological Republic of Animal Kingdom, Nigeria, will come to their aid, will come for their aid, will come to help them and defend them. Whereas it is the official army and police of the country aiding and abetting terrorism in the land. This is what they have failed to notice. This is what they have failed to understand. But we, the Biafran people, have seen it from afar. Based on the experience we have from 1967 to 1970, it is very, very clear to us that Nigerian army is a terrorist organization. And whenever they come, we have to defend ourselves. And there is no way, anyhow, anytime, any day, that self-defense is a crime anywhere in the world. Not to talk about a civilized and democratic nation like Finland. So let us watch this very video, and then after that, we'll now revisit that very Methodist priest, video.
That I bring this message to her. So long as she maintain her lane, mind her business as a politician under Nigeria, we don't have problem with her. But where we are going to have problem with her is when she use that position to fight against Biafra in any capacity. Then Simon Ekpa will change to whatever that will suit her. And then we will engage her in any way possible. For now, she can enjoy her appointment. I have no business and I have no issue with her appointment under Nigeria. You know, the question they used to ask, when will Biafra come? This question has always been what has been in the mind of the enemy for decades. They come like friends, they laugh, and at the end, the question is actually meant to mock the Biafra agitation in those days. My fellow Biafrans, today is Sunday. I would like to read the Bible today. I would like to read from the book of Ecclesiastes 7. The book of Ecclesiastes 7, I'm going to read from chapter 7, and I will read verse 7, and I will read 9. Ecclesiastes chapter 7 verse 7. Surely oppression maketh a wise man mad, and a gift destroyeth the heart. Number 9. Be not hasty in thy spirit to be angry, for anger rested in the bosom of fools. When you expect the Biafra government and myself to act on certain issues, we don't delve into things with our anger. We take our time. But when we start, the entire world will know that we have started. They used to ask you, when will this Biafra come? Mazen Amdekano mentioned this in one of his broadcasts. Always there, when will this Biafra come? When will this Biafra come? That's a question that many, both the good and the bad, carried in their heart for decades. But that question now has an answer. The question finally has an answer. And the infinite answer will come on December 2nd, 2024. My fellow Biafrans, as we continue to put in place the delegitimization of the Nigeria terrorist state within Biafra land, we are taking it one step at a time. We are not in a hurry. This is a fight that have taken the life of millions, and we've fought this for over 50 years. The Biafra government, 72 hours ultimatum to return all the Biafrans that were kidnapped from the old eastern Nigeria and taken to northern Nigeria, another part of Nigeria, to detain. Many of them have been detained for many years without trial. That 72 hours ultimatum ends today. And we have seen reactions from different courts. One of them is the court, the Owerri Appeal Court. They have announced temporary shutdown because of security concern. This particular shutdown, it is now very evidently clear that Nigeria have no intention of returning our brothers they kidnapped from eastern Nigeria and taken to different detention facilities in the northern Nigeria, or maybe many of them have been killed. So, knowing what we do not know about the fate of our fellow brothers and sisters, both women and children, that were taken in the name of arrests. So they decided to lock down because they can't provide our brothers they kidnapped from eastern Nigeria and taken to northern Nigeria. I want to use this medium to inform Nigeria, terrorist state, this evening, that this temporary lockdown, because they could not provide our brothers and sisters they kidnapped, should not be temporarily. They have locked down permanently and indefinitely. I will never reopen again. I want to let you know that the evil will only strive when good men keep quiet and silent.
Did you hear that? The evil will only thrive. The evil will only thrive when the good men keep quiet. When the good men keep quiet. That is the reason why sometimes when I see things, I voice out. I do what? I voice out. Adịka amụma Ọnịcha gwala Obosi. Adịka amụma Ọnịcha melụ gịnị gwala Obosi. Because oluechi aya ajụ ọdịna nwa ịnọkwa ya o wee mee. Kedu ife imelụ? Kedu ife ikwulu? Evil will only thrive when the good men keep quiet. Now, we are going to 2 more minutes. We'll go to the Methodist prelate so that we can listen to him. Because I have something to show us after the video of that Methodist prelate for you to see the evil in Nigerian military.
Absent of good men, the evil men will always thrive. Nigeria have shown to be evil for decades. And in all this evil of Nigeria, the good men have always been terrified, fear, and they remain silent for many years. Today, many good men have risen up and they are all in Biafra government in exile. And so we are going to commit a great violence on this Nigeria, on this Nigeria state. because that's a
Now this is where the prosecutor is. No, this life no balance. This is now where the prosecutor is clinging, holding on. So okuru now committee okuru eba now. And thank God. You see, if Mazi Simon, but let me say it now. Let me say it now, very, very clear. Mazi Simon Ekpa is a very, very brilliant young man. Very, very brilliant young man. Not just educated, but he is very, very brilliant. Or somebody might hear name, and he knows how to defend himself. You understand me? The only thing that can happen, the only outcome on this case is freedom. Only. There is nothing else. Anything other than that, it becomes travesty of justice. I'm telling you now, just mark it one place. The only thing that comes out of this matter is freedom. I'm telling you.
exactly what is going to restore peace. And it has started. We are going to delegitimize Nigeria institution by institution, step by step, organization by organization, government by government, and at the end, they will leave our land. And we will have a peaceful nation where our children and women will live and walk in the night without anybody kidnapping them. Just like we all enjoy in Europe, where we can wake up 2 a.m. in the night, go to shop without anybody molesting and without anybody being afraid of being kidnapped. That is the vision we have for Biafra people. I want to also let those who are shouting Pan-Africanism. Pan-Africanism died with Biafra, and it will rise with Biafra. A lot of people are making noise all over Africa, especially those who have access to media. They say, oh, what do you have to say about Pan-Africanism? I have not actually took my time to address them. But today I will make, touch on Pan-Africanism. And I want you to look around yourself. Look around Africa. How many people do you see in government in any African country that is shouting Pan-Africanism? None. Only one. And he is called Malema, Julius Malema. Julius Malema is...
So, you see, that Pan-Africanism of a thing. You know, I was talking about it yesterday because when somebody asked question about David Masanga, I spoke briefly about what he does with Pan-Africanism. I never knew that this life. I never knew that we are going to arrive here. I didn't know, honestly speaking. Honestly speaking. All of a sudden, boom. I didn't even know that PM, should I say I didn't know that he spoke, or I didn't even remember. Yes, I think that's the right word. I didn't even remember that PM also talked about it before. You know? Let's listen to him.
The only one in government shouting Pan-Africanism, but he is making a very terrible decision. His Pan-Africanism can never yield any result because it is a complete misplace of priority. You do not support evil because you have a platform. Julius Malema will be shouting Pan-Africanism, Pan-Africanism, but inasmuch as Arafat supported Mandela, that is not a reason to support terrorism against Israel. What happened on the 7th of October was a complete terrorist attack and must be differentiated. You must be able to differentiate terrorist attack and struggle for freedom. Malema, with his Pan-Africanism, refused to understand the difference between terrorism and fighting for freedom. Another person who is shouting for Pan-Africanism is Professor Lumumba. He is not in the government.
That very Lumumba of a man, very soon. Oh, we get some moko kapata again, me interview, koko gonoga ko GMA propaganda, bunye yenu, otwesi bunye masanga. That very Lumumba Professor Lumumba of Okwadasem, Kenya, onye Kenya. Professor Lumumba is one of the highest voices shouting Pan-Africanism. Pan-Africa, Pan-Africa, Pan-Africa. Anytime you talk about freedom, Lumumba will run away from it. He made a comment that when they ask him about Biafra, because he has had a time, there was a time he had the opportunity to be in a meeting, open meeting with our Prime Minister Mazi Simon Ekpa Njoko. He was against our freedom. Probably he is still against it now because I never see any change from him. That's why since that time till today, for more than 6 years now, or more than 5 years, I think that thing happened in 2021. I've never watched that guy. He's against our freedom. He said, you cannot be talking about disintegration when we are talking about how to unite Africa. You are talking about disintegrating the zoo. When we are talking about uniting Africa, you cannot unite Africa under the current structure laid down by the colonial masters. It is not possible. There is no any possibility of Africa unity under the current structure of the colonial masters. Take it to the bank. Till 1 million years, they will continue to shout Pan-Africa, Pan-Africa, Pan-Africa. You can never look at what is happening in South Africa. Just look at what is happening in Julius Malema that our PM talked about has been fighting against what is happening in South Africa. Has he yielded any fruit? The answer is no. Look at what is happening there. Why they have somebody like Julius Malema there, a full-time Pan-Africanist, a full-time, full-blooded Pan-Africanist. But look at what is happening in his own country. How they are, killing innocent Africans who just went there to look to seek greener pasture. They are destroying them, chasing them away, beating them up in the street, doing all sorts of things against them, inhuman treatment against their own fellow Africans, because they are fighting for the current structure of the British colonial masters, which is the borders, the fake borders imposed on African people. You understand me? But by the time the African people gather together and decide their fate, if they want to, build their countries by tribal lines, or by religious line, or by a common value system, and whichever way that they want to build their country, they build their individual countries. That is the only time Africa will unite. That is the only time this Pan-Africanism will make sense. That is the only time the Pan-Africanism will begin to yield a good fruit. Not under the current colonial structures, all the fake and artificial borders you have in Africa, because all the groups in those countries, all the groups in all the countries in Africa are angry. They are not living the best of their lives. Their resources are being misused. Look at what is happening in Biafra land today. In Biafra land, what do we not have in Biafra land? We have everything. We have every single thing in Biafra land, yet we are doing nothing. None of our resources is being used or utilized to better the lives of Biafran people. So if you are telling me about Pan-Africanism, how will I listen to you when I'm still trying to escape from the bondage of Nigeria to be myself as a Biafran? When I become a Biafran, then we'll begin to talk about Africa unity.
So what am I trying to say? The only person that have a voice shouting Pan-Africanism today is Malema, and he is in the government of South Africa. So if you know that you actually love Africa and you really want Pan-Africanism to come to reality, there is a need for you to support Biafra, because that is where the Pan-Africanism will rise. You need people in the government that knows what Africa people need. And Biafra have young, vibrant men and women who will make that Pan-Africanism to become a reality.
Exactly.
So if you don't support Biafra, your dream is dead and dead on arrival. My fellow Biafrans,
so this is one of the videos that prosecutor played for the judges. I don't know if he's angry is because Mas Simon and Joko talked about Pan-Africanism, or maybe because Mas Simon and Joko, said we are going to be brutal or something like that. I don't know. But guess what? Our prime minister dissected them and trash whatever narrative the prosecutor was trying to bring to the table. Now, before I play you the last video, from the court, let us go to that Methodist priest video first. After the Methodist priest video, we'll now play the last video from the court, and after that, I'll begin to show us every other thing that happened today. There are a lot, so just cool down, eh? Let us see the Methodist prelate video, because I want the Finnish authority to remain here, to continue to listen and watch why we show them what Nigeria is made up of. Very, very important. Extremely important. Our people cannot be dying on a daily basis, and then somebody is trying to protect the killers of our people. Such a thing is ridiculous, unacceptable, and we cannot accept it. We, the people, cannot accept it. Please watch this very video, very, very important. I'm going to allow it to play for 6 minutes.
I want to brief Nigerians on the actual thing that happened, because there has been some misinformation on the social media and on the regular media. What happened was that I went to Isochi for the induction of the national officers of the Methodist Brigades. We arrived there on Saturday. On Sunday, we concluded the service, and in order to catch up with my flight, along with my chaplain, at 4:30, we took off by 2 to go to the airport, oblivious of the fact that kidnappers were waiting on the road. And as we were descending to Leiru is in Abia State, these people came out from the bush. They divided themselves into 3 places. Some people were at the back, some people were at the center, those who fired at us. And there was another group in front. To make sure that we didn't run away, they fired shots at our vehicle.
Don't sit next to me. Why? Because you're stinky.
Sorry about that. I hope this thing doesn't have copyright claim. Just a moment, please.
And eventually, they abducted us, 3 of us. The communication man of the church was able to escape. The driver was able to escape. They captured me, the Bishop of Owerri, and my chaplain took us into the bush and were torturing us. In fact, it was in the process of that torture that I hit my right eye on a tree. And even when blood was flowing and it was soaking my handkerchief, they didn't feel like anything happened. All they said that we should follow them, that they are not actually against Nigerian citizens, they're against the government, that the government is a bad government. They are Fulani boys, all the 8 are Fulani. That they are Fulani boys, and that if any day they see the president, they will chew him. It's their brother that they had disappointed them and disappointed Nigerians. They will chew him raw. Or any of his representatives, they will chew him raw. Well, I said, well, even though I'm part of government, but I'm a church man. I'm a man, Christian. I'm not a government official. They said, okay, that is what I saved you. We would have killed you outrightly without asking for any ransom. But now that you're a church man, let's go. Let's go inside the bush. So we moved and moved and moved and trekked up to 15 kilometers. But I knew that it was from my area. I knew that we were rigmaroling and winding and winding and winding, going up, going.
Hold on, hold on. There is something very, very important that he said. And it is very, very important that 19 Leon. Please just watch this.
They are Fulani boys, and that the government is a bad government. They are Fulani boys. All the 8 are Fulani.
He said, they are Fulani boys. All the 8, all of them are Fulani. I want you to mark that. And this thing happened in, he said, according to them, he said they are coming from Isuchi. They are coming from Isuchi. Now heading to Abia. And this thing happened along the way. They divided themselves into 3. Others at the back, others in the middle, the ones that shot them, and others at the front. So once you are in the middle, in the midst of them, you have nowhere to run. Now, he said that they are Fulani boys in Biafra land, in Abia State, in the old Abia. I want Finnish authority to know this, because if anybody, court, authorities, or government expecting the Biafran people to fold their arms and allow the Fulani terrorists to come into our land to kill our people, abduct our people for ransom, and then we'll fold our arms and watch without defending ourselves, that person is a joke. That person is joking. It's not going to happen. We don't want to be reported like the way Babiri, that guy called Babiri, is reporting what is happening in Benue State. He's in America. He came here. He came to the zoo, traveled around the north, and when got some information, took some videos, and went back to America. Every day now he's reporting what is happening in Benue State, and no action is being taken. Nothing. We don't want to be in that situation. So we have vibrant men, young men and women, as our Prime Minister said, that are able to defend our land and, of course, unite our people, unite Africa. We have them. Now, watch. He says something again that's very, very significant.
That they are Fulani boys, and that if any day they see the president, they will chew him. It's their brother that they had disappointed them and disappointed Nigerians. They will chew him.
Did you hear that? He said that is very, very, very significant. He said that any day they see the president, remember this thing happened 4 years ago, going to 5 years now, 4 years ago. And that time, they were still using the name of Buhari to rule Nigeria. So let's say that Buhari was still the president of Nigeria. Are you paying attention? So, and then the terrorist now told them that the president has disappointed them. What does that show you? Do you remember, how many of you, I want the answer in the comment section, please. How many of you remember when in 2014, leading to 2015 presidential election. Do you remember? Not even 2014. Sorry, in 2009, 2010, 2009, 2010, when Jonathan Goodluck became the president. How many of you remember when Buhari led APC? Not Buhari. When Tinubu's led APC was importing the Fulani terrorists into Nigeria, and they were coming through the borders of Niger Republic and Chad. How many of you remember? I want to see your comment in the comment section, because the videos were everywhere. The videos went viral. They were coming in numbers, trooping into Nigeria just because of election is coming. APC did it. Tinubu did it. Tinubu, in conjunction with Buhari, they did it together. They brought them in. And then after the election, they helped Tinubu, they helped Buhari, they helped APC to win election. After the election, they were abandoned. After the elections, they were abandoned. That is the reason why it became very, very impossible for APC-led government to control them. Even when Buhari became president, it was impossible for APC to control them because they abandoned them. That's why they become mad. That is exactly what this prelate said, that he disappointed them. He disappointed them. You are hearing it from the horse's mouth. Watch.
Raw, or any of his representatives, they will chew him raw. Well, I said, well, even though I'm part of government, but I'm a church man. I'm a man, Christian. I'm not a government official. They say, okay, that is what I saved you. We would have killed you outrightly without asking for any ransom. But now that you're a church man, let's go. Let's go inside the bush. So we moved and moved and moved and trekked up to 15 kilometers. But I knew that it was from my area. I knew that we were rigmaroling and winding and winding and winding, going up, going down, going up. And eventually at 11 p.m., they said, okay, now we negotiate. Each of us will pay 50 million, and we're going to pay 150 million. I thought it was a joke. I said, we are going to pay 10 million. They said, what? What? Don't say that. They lifted up their knife to cut me. I said, please hold on. They said, we are not going to change. They are going to pay us 150 million. Eventually, they said, okay, because you are a father. And these boys are between 18, their leader is about 35 years. I told them, all of you are younger than my own daughter and even my son. You are younger than them. I'm supposed to be your father. I say, we know. That's why we are not very harsh with you. Otherwise, we would have been very harsh. One of them was the one understanding English. The other ones were spoken Fulani, not even Hausa. So they now say, okay, Oga, let us tell you what you do. By then, they have taken my Episcopal ring because it's gold-plated. They've taken my wedding ring. They've taken this thing. They said, and they took or ransacked our bag and took all the money. They said, okay, do you know what to do? Pay us 100 million. It's not negotiable. If you talk, we shoot you, kill you, and forget about the money and kidnap others. I said, okay, we will pay you 100 million. So they said, after some time, they said, where is the money? I said, this is Sunday night now. How can we get money this night? And you know that there's this seat at home in Igbo land. You can't afford the money now. Be patient till morning. We make contacts. Then we made contacts within and around Imo and Abia. Make contact from our SOC. My wife's line was not going, so I know she must have been very depressed and confused. So eventually I was able to get her. I told her my life, nothing has happened. I told my wife I'll be released, but it's a matter of time. And she told me she had already gathered people to pray. So they were praying.
Oh my God, what have I pressed? What have I pressed? Sorry for that. Sorry for that. Sorry for that. I have actually pressed this live. Sorry for that, please.
I want to brief Nigerians.
I pressed something that is not supposed to be pressed.
Younger than my own daughter, and my know that there's this seat at home at in Igbo land. You can't afford the money now. Be patient till morning. We make contacts. Then we make contacts within and around Imo and Abia. Make contact from our SOC. My wife line was not going, so I know she was. She must have been very depressed and confused.
There's the last
So
thing he said.
eventually, I was able to get her.
There's the last thing he said before we end the video in the next 1 minute. And then we'll use it to send a powerful message to not only Finnish authority, but also international community.
I told her my life, nothing has happened. I told my wife I'll be released, but it's a matter of time. And she told me she had already gathered people to pray. So they were praying. Now, at a time, they said, we are delaying them. My bishop of Owerri, they laid him on something, and somebody raised knife that they are going to cut off the head. Now, the blood will spill on me, and then I'll know they're serious. The other one pointed, God, I said, don't kill. Is it money? We will raise the money for you. So, but the irony of it, what pained me most, was where they were situated. The soldiers, all of Fulani extraction.
Did you hear that? This is exactly where we are coming. This is the reason why I'm playing this video. Remember, we are coming from the previous video of our Prime Minister where he said that the answer to the question how to sustain the peace in Biafra land, the answer to that, which is one of the videos that they played, the prosecutor played in the court today in Finland. Remember that this very program is about what happened in the court today in Finland. Prosecutor played the video of our PM. For those of you who are just joining, where our Prime Minister was, answering questions of how to maintain peace and security in Biafra land that has been achieved under the Biafra government in exile. Mazi Samonep Njoku said that the only way is to make sure that any armed carrying terrorist representing the zoo called Nigeria within Biafra territory is not allowed to breed. That Nigeria should not be allowed to breed in Biafra land, because he pinpointed many places where Nigeria is breeding, including Kwara State, Yoruba land, northeast, northwest, north central, all of the places where Nigeria is breeding heavily. Look at the security situation in those areas. That is the reason why I am playing this very video. Because according to this very priest, let's listen to him again. Watch.
The soldiers was so, but the irony of it, what paid
The irony of it. The irony of it. Continue, Oga.
me most was where they were situated.
Where they were situated, where the terrorists and kidnappers were situated, the terrorists that kidnapped them, where they were situated. What happened there, please, sir?
The soldiers, all of Fulani extraction. Nigerian soldiers.
Did you hear that? The soldiers, all Fulani extraction in Igbo land, in Biafra land. The soldiers, Nigerian soldiers, all Fulani extractions. What did they do, please, sir?
They were there.
They were there. I hope that the Finnish authority is listening and they are watching this very program, because this particular part of this broadcast is directed to Finland. I know very, very well that they follow what we do. That where the terrorists were situated, the terrorists that kidnapped them, that Nigerian soldiers were just, please say that again, Oga, repeat it.
So, but the irony of it, what pained me most was
What
where
pained
they
me
were
most?
situated.
What pained me most? The irony of it. What pained him most?
Is it money? We will raise the money for you. So, but the irony of it, what pained me most was where they were situated. The soldiers, soldiers, all of Fulani extraction, Nigerian soldiers, they were there.
Did you hear that? All were Fulani extractions. The soldiers, Nigerian soldiers, they were there. So they aid and abet terrorism in our land. And every blessed year, the Nigerian government, in conjunction with Nigerian military, recruit members of Boko Haram, which they call repentant Boko Haram, into the military. That is the reason why the moment they become the official Nigerian soldiers, they go on killing spree. They just go into the villages and then start shooting people, killing people. This is exactly what they do. When they go to villages, they start shooting and killing innocent people. Oh my God. Hold on. Just a minute. So, how do we deal with this? When you have the official Nigerian military aiding and abetting terrorism, how are you going to sustain this? How are you going to remain in a situation, in a condition where the official Nigerian army is working with Fulani terrorists? Even the former chief of army staff, T.Y. Danjuma, said that the Nigerian armed forces are not neutral, that they collude with armed bandits to kill innocent Nigerians. He also encouraged Nigerians to defend themselves. You cannot defend yourself with empty hand against those who are sophisticated, who are wielding AK-47 assault rifle. You must also arm yourself to defend yourself. That is exactly what Biafrans are doing. So, this very video speaks volume. Speaks very, very loud. In fact, speaks volume.
Was where they were situated. The soldiers, all of Fulani extraction, Nigerian soldiers, they were there at Loma Junction. And these boys were going behind them. Meanwhile, they kept their cows somewhere, numbering about 200, somewhere, down, with some people. And they're all together. The people were taking care of the cows, but they were, parading us in the bush until finally they settled somewhere. They said, when are you bringing the money? I said, by 12 noon, I will call the people I contacted whether the money had been raised. And I called them. They are gathering the money, and they had it. They said I will use my phone to talk, that they can't use their phone. They don't want to be tracked. Because if they use their phone, the security forces will track them down. And then I used my phone. I negotiated. I told my people, they say we are raising money. Somebody mentioned we have raised 30 million. I said, SOC, please, any money in the office, life is more important than money. Transfer it to a certain account. Let's pay them that 100 million. And eventually, by 3 p.m., they say, call your people. And I called them. The man that picked the phone said, we have raised 130 million. I said, please, give them 100 million. And the package, they said, their leader said, package the money. Their leader was born in Igbo land. So a boy from Sudan, but the parents had died. He was born in Igbo land. So he said he was born around Omai, Hamuzuku.
You see, he said that the boy was born in Igbo land. He was born in Igbo land, and his parents were from Sudan. So most of these, of course, we all know that Fulani does not have any land within Nigeria as a whole. Many of them, they come from different African countries, just like Bala Mohammed said in the past. You understand? Just like Bala Mohammed said in the past. So, some of them, they come from Sudan. Some of them, they come from Niger. Some of them, they come from Chad. Some of them, they come from different, places. Different places. Now, let me allow it to play for 30 seconds. I will now show you what Nigeria Army did after this very, media chat with this very victim.
Where the father was a cow dealer.
He was born in Igbo land, their leader. The leader of those terrorists that kidnapped them were born in Igbo land, meaning that he speaks Igbo. And remember, he said that he speaks English fluently. So some of these people you see deceiving you, claiming to be agitators, some of these people you see doing all sorts of things that brought chaos into this very struggle. Many of them are Fulani. Truly, true. Many of them are Fulani. Many of them are Fulani, and they have Fulani agenda. That's why immediately, boom, ọbata obi Maazị Simon Ekpa Njọkụ nwere nsogbu. Bam! Osu, ọ dịka ifefa nọ na-eche since they have been waiting, as in aka fa Mr. Sim mbọsị aka ha like this, wee na-eche whom to devour. Ozugbo PM nwere nsogbu. Boom! Osu, kata kudukudu, kata kudukudu, kata kudukudu. Account na-amịpụtasị here and there, everywhere, here and there, just to distract Biafrans and to divide the funds, which is exactly what Musa told them to do. Exactly what Musa told them to do. But some of them will speak Igbo for you and then make you believe that they are Biafrans. But in reality, they are not Biafrans.
Cow. The boy understood Igbo. When I was talking to Bishop Mark in Igbo, he said, "Are we okay now? It's not my Igbo. So stop talking Igbo here. You think we are joking with you? I'll beat you." So don't beat me, I'm an old man.
The terrorist is the one telling him in Igbo language, "Oh, Igbo kinaso." You think I don't hear what you're saying? Unbelievable. Now we are going to move away from here. I want to show everyone for the last time. I want to show us, lastly, what was the response of the Nigerian terrorist military? What the terrorist army did after this very media chat. If you look at that very man, if you watch his front, you see all the Nigerian media platforms were there, especially the television. TVC was there, Channels TV was there, Silverbird was there. I think even NTA was also there. AIT was there. Every one of them was there. Now, this is the response of the Janjaweed Terrorist Army of Nigeria. Watch this. After such huge exposition, the only thing Nigeria Army could do is this. Army to invite Methodist prelate for linking soldiers to kidnapping. Army became enraged. Now, how could you say that soldiers were close to the place where that thing happened? Did you want him to lie? Were you expecting him to lie? Were you expecting him to shut his mouth? Not to talk about the army, not to speak about the army, not to say anything about the army. Look at the man here. His name is Samuel Kanu. You understand? Samuel Kanuche. Yes, his name is Samuel Kanuche. He's from Abia State. Or should I say his church is in Abia. I don't know where he comes from exactly, but his church is in Abia. Methodist prelate Samuel Kanuche will be questioned. The army is not going to the scene of event to track the criminals, to track the terrorists, to track the kidnappers. No, they are not there. They don't care. But they call the victim to question him for linking the soldiers to kidnapping, to the kidnapping incident that happened to him. Methodist prelate Samuel Kanuche will be questioned for linking soldiers to kidnapping, the army said yesterday. Look at the date when this thing happened. June 12, 2022. And this particular platform is The Nation Nigeria. It's official Nigeria news outlet, The Nation. You see? So I want Finland to understand what we are passing through. Because somebody that plays deaf, that pretends that that everything is all right. Anybody who pretends that everything is okay, then you are also aiding and abetting the killing of Christians in Nigeria, especially the Biafran people. And as much as I know Finland as a Christian country and a democratic nation, I am not sure that they are ready to be one of those that will aid and abet the killing of Christians in Nigeria by allowing Simon Ekpa and Joko to remain in prison, to remain detained because of mere allegation from a terrorist country like Nigeria, without proof and evidence. Because a lot of things, a lot of crimes that Nigeria has committed against Biafran people are in the public. Now, let us go back to the videos that they played today in the court. Please pay attention to this. Let us go back to probably the last video that they played in the court today. After that, then I will tell you briefly the few things that they, talked about. And then after that, I would address somebody. I have someone to address this afternoon. I'm going to address somebody this afternoon. So I hope the person is even watching. So now this is the last video that they played in the court today. The prosecutor also brought out this particular video and he played it. This is it.
Target what
the army I am leading, taking responsibility of this particular security in Biafra land. I'm taking responsibility. I said, Biafra Liberation Army, neutralize Nigeria army, kill them who come to kill Biafra. We recovered ammunition.
Did you hear that? Who come to kill Biafrans? That's why I told us that Mazi Simon Ekpa Njoko is a very brilliant man who come to kill Biafrans. He is a very, very brilliant man. Now tell me, is self-defense a crime? This whole thing began when we came out in the street with placards to protest. Unarmed, innocent Biafrans were mauled in cold blood by the terrorists, by the blood-sucking demons in Nigerian military uniform. They mauled Biafrans, unalive our people in cold blood in thousands. Every part of Biafra land, the blood of innocent Biafrans poured on the street of Biafra land. Nobody's doing anything. Nobody spoke. The politicians remain quiet. The Igbo politicians remain quiet. The media remain quiet. The international community remain quiet. Finnish court remain quiet. Nobody did anything. Nobody said anything. Nobody stood in solidarity with Biafrans until we say, no, enough is enough. We are not going to fold our arms once again and continue to die in the hands of Nigeria terrorist military. We have to start defending ourselves. It is eye for an eye, tit for tat. We have to defend ourselves. We cannot sideline our dream, jeopardize our future, which is Biafra that we are looking for, which is Biafra that we are asking for. We cannot, throw it in the bin and say, because our people are being killed, therefore we don't need Biafra anymore. There's one video, one of the interviews that our PM went with one Rudolph, somebody Rudolph that used to work for Sarah Reporters. One Rudolph who? Rudolph who? That was asking very stupid questions to our Prime Minister. That since you know now that this is how they operate, since you know that this is how they operate, since you know that they kill our people, are you going to continue or are you going to drop the agitation because Nigerian army is using because of the agitation to unalive our people? Rudolph who? Idiot Okoko. And when I listened to that stupid idiot, I was surprised. So now ekwozimba we alogo. Ekwoluzie because na ndị agha Zoological Republic na-egbu anyị will now remain in perpetual captivity, in perpetual bondage forever. Alpha 9 and 9 fatalo 1967 to 1970 Alpha Watagolata since how long now? Since 1999 down to this day. Anani. Akwoluzie mgbanwe alog. Kama ye ekwo mgbanwe alog, kama ya anya amụ nwanyị ga-alụọ ya bụ ọgụ. Otu esi eme ya. Let me use this medium to thank my beloved sister Edika Choro for your wonderful, wonderful, wonderful super chat. I am very, very excited. And you said, Ikuku. Zoada Ikuku Zoada Ada Bata Ada Bata Bata Ikuku Zoada Iboga Sikuriko. Thank you, my dear sister. Thank you for supporting me via super chat. I appreciate you. Thank you. Dalurin. So you see, they wanted us to fold our arms and watch us being unalived on a daily basis. That kind of thing cannot happen. We are not taking it. That is the reason why we decided to defend ourselves. And I don't know in any country, in anywhere in the world, where self-defense is a crime. If self-defense is a crime, they should come and tell us. And if anybody in a developed country wants to play the ostrich game, how do they say that? Where you will ignore the massacre of innocent Biafrans, the massacre of innocent Christians in Nigeria, and you want to blame those who are defending themselves, calling them names and tagging them, criminals. Then where is democracy? Where is civilization? Where is democracy? Where is civilization? Where is civilization? So after they played this very last video, our PM also trashed the wrong narrative that the prosecutor wanted to send out there in the court. And then they went to, now they started checking our PM's phone. A lot of things happened today. They started checking his phone. They started checking his WhatsApp messages. They brought a lot of conversations with both the ones with sources, the ones with Ogenkere, a lot of, communications, a lot of WhatsApp messages. They went through his phone. Everything, they brought out every single thing, on his phone. So at the end of the day, our prime minister, logically defended himself from and trashed the wrong narratives that the prosecutors are trying to, push out there to the judge. So from there are other things which I may not remember now, but I'm going to go through. I will, if occasion demands, I may come back live this evening. If occasion demands, I'm not sure. I'm not promising, but if occasion demands, I may come back live this evening. So there are other things which we may be discussing later in the evening if I come back again, if possible. So, but we have touchlight the major things that were discussed today in the court. So tomorrow is another court day, which is on 12th. It was supposed to be a closed-door trial tomorrow, but according to the judge, there will be no more closed-door trial moving forward. So tomorrow is going to be another open court trial, which our people will also be there to stand with our prime minister. So now, after tomorrow, which is 12th, hold on, let me go back to that notification so that I will be very, very, correct with the information that I'm giving you. So 12th, tomorrow is 12th. After that very tomorrow, then the next sitting, let us see the next sitting before we proceed. Because our prime minister also reminded us today, to make sure that that very 17th is what a while. So, okay, tomorrow is 12th. There's going to be sitting tomorrow. On 13th, there's going to be sitting on 13th, which is going to be the last day of scrutinization. The last day of scrutinization of our Prime Minister, Simon Ekpa, of grilling and scrutinization. So, after the grills on the 13th, which is next tomorrow, then on the 17th, the next sitting will begin on the 17th, which I suspect could be next week, Monday. So then that is when our prime minister will begin to defend himself, begin to, now all those things that they have been throwing on him because of the things he posted, he will now begin to defend himself, let him finish court know the reason why the wrong person has been in jail since 2024 November. And now he will begin to bring all the evidences, because evidence choke. There's a lot of evidences that is on the disposals of our prime minister. he will begin to bring all the evidences, which I can assure you, because we'll be here. We will be here. Back from 17th, egwu change. Yotago, egwu change from 17th. So, I can assure you that the prosecutor will run. Prosecutor, we have to call Nigerian government to tell them to bring Nigerian lawyer to the Finland to come and defend these things. Because I bet you, Nigerian prosecutor in Finland, being a Finnish man, there's a man and woman. The prosecutors, there are two prosecutors, man and woman. These two individuals, these two lawyers, cannot in any way be able to defend the evidences, not allegations, so the evidences against Nigeria government terrorism and Nigeria army terrorism. The prosecutor will run. I will tell you when he will run. I'll come here and tell you that he has run away because the evidences are too many. And Nigeria government cannot stand it. So at the end of the day, we are going to be here to tell you how it all happened and how it's going on. So this is it for today. For today's Prime Minister's appeal proceedings happen in Lahti, Finland. Before we conclude, I'm going to open the line for few people who have something to chip in to, of course, make their contribution. The line is slightly open now, but before that, I want to send the message to somebody. Cheleno, hey, aka akwụkwara ahụ. Cheleno, achọrọ oh, good. Cheleno, achọrọ can send the alum message. I want to send a message to somebody, please. Before we send this message, let me first of all play a video. Hold on. Okay. Since the calls are coming thick and fast, I think maybe since the calls are coming thick and fast, I think, okay, this particular thing we are going to, this particular message, the message I want to send to somebody, I will keep it for night. I'll keep it for tonight because I will definitely send this message because I relate too much. Relate go much. Hello. Nwa Chineke. Chelo can connect ya gị ka onu gị nwee ike na-apụta. Just a moment. Yeah. Today kpụ ọkụ n'ọnụ. Oh my goodness. Oh my God.
My God!
Okay.
There was some Nigeria falling down. The children of God were praising the Lord. There was some Nigeria falling down.
The walls of Nigeria falling down. The walls of Nigeria falling down. The children of God are praising the Lord. The walls of Nigeria fall down. Oh, I think.
All the Southeast governors, all the Igbo Fulani, the children of God, we are praising the Lord. There
eziokwu keta atọ m iche ikuku na
Ene.
onwe ihe na ha afụ gesi
Guanumuno.
when the gods want to kill a man
Mm.
o were ọgwụ na uke wee kachisia ya ntị
Eziokwu.
n'anya ifuru this in persecutor na-akpọ
Mm.
ndị onwekwara anyị ime mmụọ ịmaka na ihe ọ na-akpọ bụ amụghị m na mmụọ Chukwu okike abịa ma chọrọ disgrace ndị a to the highest level because ihe ifuru ọkpọ kịta bụ evidence na Simon na fight to protect his people.
His people, exactly.
What are you talking about? So if you want to play a video, is it this kind of video you will play in the court or to the world to hear? You are shooting yourself, no.
All the information that have been coming to me from the court has always been that everything that the prosecutor is bringing in the name of evidence is something that is working against the zoo.
Did you know that to be honest with you, I know the judges the disappointed, but they don't have anything to do because prosecutor must do his job.
Exactly.
And you are doing your job by shooting yourself because how smart and intelligent we real Igbos, especially about Obiede. And when anything about Obiede, also go quote that I will destroy the zoo because I will never allow them to destroy my people anymore.
Exactly. Oh my God! What happened? What happened? What happened? Oh my God! No, wait, hold on. I'm on me female, but I will call her back. Unless mo finish, she go. Unless mo finish, she go. I don't know what happened, but
You come at me and
maybe not occurred by mistake or something. I don't know.
I don't know what happened, but did you understand what I mean?
Yeah.
See this video. You know a play. Imagine you each were persecutor or whatever you call yourself. Na platform onye ina persecute. That is video man. Okay, fine. Nigeria government has nothing to offer. If not, and he get this video before in a play. This video they against Nigeria. Kedun they try to judge if unless no bu.
Yeah, of course.
Ikpa no kata mu eziokwu aka azụ dia which na Simon evidence is Simon ya zogbu anything aka azụ even when be ya no na tight corner ya foto ye si pass judgment no matter ego no so se kware because the whole world is watching. Some people will pick offense from that your judgment and they say that na hekwe obodi di Biafra kan na-ekwu. I'm talking on men America eba. Obodi Biafra kan na-ekwu na mekwu onwe Ekpa na-enwe na court. About 4 judges are judge against the person. No gbara onye Igbo anyị n'obodo a. I so we je ikpe ya. The judges judge against onye Igbo anyị maka na onwe anyị onye ọcha. Agadi nwa baby onye ọcha ka ọnụ. How judge against onye Igbo anyị? Could you believe no other judges Neneriba will reverse ya back since it can never happen. No why onye ọcha tiri onye a ife kụkọ ya anya with ụmụ ya. No yeah jenga other judges who want the America revised the ikpe. So that's why engineer said it. Obo na ikpe ma Simon and one akazu there and the onwe even the judges say I'm not do. Simon who be the defender when they were evidence. The judges are paralyzed. They can never do anything than to pass the right judgment.
Yeah.
We are winning. We are
Dalo
winning.
rinne, we are winning.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.
Dalo rinne. Victory is 100% sure. Victory is 100% sure. That one, we can be rest assured about it. Unless if there is travesty of justice. Unless if there is travesty of justice. If not, victory is 100% certain. There's nothing else. The zoo has collapsed completely, and there are no two ways about it. That one you can be rest assured. Because as it stands now, yes, caller on WhatsApp, please go ahead.
Hello.
Yes.
Ikukuna. Efifioma.
Yamalogema. Efioma from here.
Cha. Umu Biafra kwenu.
Yeah.
Cha. Ani bomuru nze mwazo kwenu.
Yeah.
Yo. Cha. Umu eku umu oyi umu afọ umu ọkwọ kwenu.
Yeah.
Yo. Cha. Biafra unite. Nwanne nwoke ka ekwezo no.
Yeah.
Yo. Oi. Ewo mo. Ihe a na-eme n'ọbụ ihe mmụọ. Onye anyị na-achụlụ aja bụ oke mmụọ. Ọgụ anyị na-anụ n'ọbụ ihe mmụọ. Biafra anyị na-achọnụ n'ọkwanụ nnukwu mmụọ. Hei! Anyị Igbo m ụzọ mee ọzọ ekenekwe m gị. Kene m ụmụ Biafra n'ụwa niile. Ekene m mmụọ Chimazi Nnamdi Okwukanu. Kene mmụọ Chimazi Simon Ekanjako. Kene mmụọ ụmụ Igbo ndị eziokwu n'ụwa niile gbaa gburugburu. Ndị na-anụ ọgụ na mmụọ n'ife n'uchichi ma n'abalị ka afọ si na Biafra bịara. Ana m ekene unu niile. Yeah? My brother Biafra Unite, biko eka ekwu 1 more minute. Yeah? Amara m na ọ ga-adị ka ọlụ ebube mgbe ezi Chukwu ga-enye n'anyị ha anyị na yọ. Mgbe ezi Chukwu ga-enye n'anyị oke ruru anyị o. Amara m na ọ ga-adị ka ọlụ ebube. Hey, Chukwu okike abịa ma ndo. Maazị Nnamdi Okwukanu sị na ife mmụọ ka a na-eme na anyị na-aga na mmụọ. Maazị Simon Ekpa wee sị gị na ọ bụ ọkwa ya nwa na-apịa ụtalị o, na ọ bụ ọkwa ya na-apịa n'ọkwa chi okike na-apịa. Ụmụ Igbo nwee na-aṅụrị na mmeri abịago. Ka anyị nwee na-aṅụrị na Maazị Simon Ekpa kwudoro nwanne nwoke Maazị Nnamdi Okwukanu. Ndị Nigeria feel na ha ji na-eme na Maazị Nnamdi Kanu tonton ebe ni. Chukwu wee sị ya, when this door closes, the other opens. O wele side Maazị Simon Ekpa wele gbaghara ya adị na Aso Rock by this. That is in that inner caucus. Ndị ha feel na ha ji emenwu ihe dị na Biafra. Ọgbaghara nọ n'etiti ha ugbu a. Because Nigeria enweghị case. Biafra enweghị case with Nigeria. Nigeria bụ ndị emeli. Anyị emeligo, anyị emeli ha mgbe a nụrụ ọgụ Biafra. Anyị ka na-emeli ha na-aga. Anyị na-emeli ha na economic, anyị na-emeli ha na international, anyị na-emeli everything ọ na sports, ka ọ na business, ka ọ na buildings, ka ọ na investment, ka ọ na million, ka ọ na gịnị, ka ọ na intelligence. Maazị Nnamdi Kanu sị ka onye ahụ gụrụ akwụkwọ, ka onye ahụ feel na ọ gụrụ akwụkwọ, let him come and challenge him ka ọ dọọ ya vava. Ndị Yoruba apụtanwụhụ, ndị Hausa apụta, Fulani apụtanwụ. Onwe tribe na Nigeria apụtanwụrụ unu. Ọ na ụnụ amazi na ife mmụọ ka a na-eme ụmụ Igbo. Ọ na oge elubeghị mgbe anyị niile ya ebini tụrụ ugo anyị kwechiri wepụ ifele wepụ ụjọ mara na mmiri abụrụgo nke anyị. Hey, my brother Biafra Unite, ndo hinne, thank you so much n'ọrụ ị na-alụ. na-ekenekwanụ ndị ọzọkwa site nwanne anyị na Finland na-agba mbọ na-aga na-anọnyere nwanne anyị nwoke. Na-ekenekwa na ada dị ọra mma nne m ma ana m ekenekwe gị, ana m afụ aka ọrụ gị. Na-ekenekwanụ ndị ọzọ ndị ma amarọ afọ ha gasị, si unu jisi n'ike na mmeri bụ nke anyị, ọ bụghị mmeri ga-abụ nke anyị, mmeri bụ nke anyị. Maazị Nnamdi Kanu kwuru ya sị na o nwere ndị akpọrọ for this journey, ihe gbasara Biafra, o nwere ndị akpọrọ for it, ọ bụghị anyhow, ọ bụghị ndị na-apụta amacha echi ha ezuzo. Maazị Nnamdi Kanu sị that na e nwere ndị akpọrọ for this call, and ụmụ nwaanyị anyị pụta njem a na mmeri abịrịgo nke anyị. Amaghị ndị a na-ekwu maka ọ maka ada dị ọra mma, nne ka nne, nwaanyị ka nwaanyị. Mama ekene gị deme Biafra Unite, nwoke onye eziokwu. Ọnụ agosi na yes na aka nwere ndị eziokwu n'ala Igbo, jisi n'ike na ka unu na-eme ka hapụ ndị ọzọ ka ha kwuo na amaghị m ka m si ya celebrate wee abụghị m onye mmanya nwokwenu mbata ya akpụ isi ka akpụkọdo ahụ ọnụ. Thank you so much. Jisi ike nna m.
Ya maala gị mma. Ọ nwe okwu o kwuru finally, ọ sị mbọsa ya akpụ isi ka akpụkọta afụ ọnụ. Yeah, the moment they pronounce or the moment they pronounce or the release of our prime minister, we are not going to dance alone. We are going to dance and celebrate, and also go to orphanage and give thanksgiving to Chukwu Okike Abiyama. All right, man of God, please grab the microphone and go ahead, please.
Okay, my good brother Biafra Unite, Udo de Kwarage. Yeah. Enwere okwu o kwuru last, asị na o nwere ndị akpọrọ na ọrụ a for the restoration of Biafra. And what I want to say there is that Biafra Unite is one of the people ndị akpọrọ for the restoration of our land Biafra, or our nation Biafra. Now, Biafra Unite, enwere ihe m chọrọ ikwu ebe ndị very important about the video of the priest which you played. You know, there is something he said, the bishop said. He said that one of them is from Sudan, but na Moriana Igbo land, Umuahia, Amuzuku.
Yeah, na parents.
And the non-Asị Igbo. Yes. Non-Asị Igbo ọfụma. Non-Asị Igbo ọfụma. Now, Ichetara, the two soldiers that was traveling for their traditional marriage in Imo State, that was killed by the Fulani, and they said it was they said it was ESN. Their new propaganda now that it was Gento de Yahoo. Because why they target Gento de Yahoo is because those people are speaking Igbo. And when you listen to the real video, not the one that was transformed with AI.
The doctored one.
Yes. When you listen to the real one, you will see that those people are not speaking the real Igbo language. There was some missing word there. Yes. Yes. So now, what I want to say there is that I can tell you authoritatively that this guy from Amuzuku is one of the people that killed those soldiers. Because what they do, you know what this man said? What they do is that when they operate in Abia State, and they will move to Imo State.
Yeah.
Or boundary between Abia and Imo. They will operate in Imo. Then they will operate in Enugu, because there is nowhere that these people cannot use leg to enter. There is nowhere they cannot use leg from bush to go. They will operate in Enugu. They will from Enugu enter other place and be operating. So what I want to say here, for the world to know that what this bishop said is nothing but the truth.
Of course.
It's nothing but the truth. And that video that video that they are carrying and the voice record and say gentle Yahoo kill soldiers. This is the what the Fulanis are doing. And there is a brother called Chibuze Guato that called himself Ikenga Urago from Anambra State. This guy, there is nothing he cannot do. There is no propaganda he cannot carry on. He was the one and his own people that was, doing AI voice record, AI videos, using Biafran Liberation Army, ESN, carrying propaganda. These people are nothing but a terrorist. They are working with these Fulani men. I can tell you that because I have seen the one that called himself Udele, where he will come out and defend Fulanis, as said that it's nothing like Fulani. He is defending them. So please, this video is very, very important. When you play that video, I was very, very happy for people to know, because there are people who has not seen this video, and today I believe and I love it. God bless you.
Thank you, my brother. God bless you too, Machineke. All right. Oh my. Thank you, my brother. God bless you. God bless you. On way if job you could before, mana. Or the camelo zogoya. So when somebody called me before. Somebody. All right. Caller on WhatsApp, you're welcome. Please grab the microphone.
Ordinary, good afternoon from here.
Good afternoon from this side. You're welcome.
Yeah. Chikoki abia magbago me.
Ise.
And I'm not ne follow kamba akwara bido this court case, our prime minister.
Okay.
I can see fan abahon. That's the only thing we ikwu. I can see her abahon because there was any evidence how went against our prime minister. The prosecutor, even on the play in a court. I am just in I can see her abahon because my mom only reason when they reason we appeal all these things on they play. When they are tokwasa, when I can tokwasa all this evidence in easy. When they but hand short doja aka ye kpo nwe ikpe. Ịghọtana. Ọdịna nwa asị gị jide nke iji. Enweghị m ọtụtụ okwu, jide nke iji. At least I'll go some information na anyị na-enye anyị na court our prime minister. And I'm not now watch Obioma, but maybe they come back at this case on 5th, call her out. 5th and 6th, 2 days.
Hey. Oh. Can I have a court or the car? When another call enters, then the onion can equate court. I'm just seeing it for the first time. I'm not aware that this type of a thing, do happens. So cool on down. Can my phone already jam? Cool on down. Everybody will speak. On your koya 2 minutes because on your koya 2 minutes. 2 minutes for everyone. Can we keep by on fuma so that everybody can talk? All right. Watching a KFMZ.
Yeah, I'm not try back. Not try back again. So mwana connect. So I said no, ya mara man auto, mara man here because ndị zoo enweghị anything ha aghadowere aka. Nothing because kamgbe 50 case akwara we don't call her out for 2 days ka m ka case a ga-esi wee na-aga na mata na aga ha dị. So thank God na ị bịakwara online na-egosi anyị ihe na-eme enyegosi anyị information. My fellow Biafrans, ndị kwetere na one Nigeria, ha ji anya ha wee fụrụ ihe na-eme because Nigeria ha na-ama onwe ha ikpe na that court. Ha amaghị onwe ha ikpe because evidence ha na-ewepụta there against themselves. Ịghọtana? Against themselves. Aka si ya na-aba ha ọnụ. Aka Chukwu oke abịa ma dị na ihe a na-eme. So onye si na ọ gaghị enwe isi, a ga-egburu isi ya ezinụlọ ya tinye ya enwe isi, and ọ ya bụ ihe na-eme ihe a kịta. Our leader Maazị Nnamdi Kanu kwuru ya sị, serve Nigeria and come back in shame. And that's what is going on. Look at the prosecutor. Amaghị m nwekwara ihere. Ịma ndị ọcha sometimes amaghị mma ha nwekwara ihere ka Afrịka si nwe. Look at ihe ọ na-eplay dey. Ọ na-ajụkwa onwe ya ajụjụ after o playchara all these things.
Yeah, man, look at man. Yeah. All right. I'm based on what you said in the beginning. It's in a since you've been following me since Ejuebido this case our PM. So since Ejuebido this case of our PM, keep it the way follow my programs. Oh, okay, okay. Ah, okay. Mm, okay, okay. Udo ya maala gị mma. Daalụ rinne. Daalụ. Daalụ. All right, we continue. There are a lot of people that want to speak. Because only but 2 minutes. Oh, ka only ilu to everybody so that everybody can be able to speak. Very, very, very important. Onye 2 minutes because everybody chaliku. We continue. The good thing is that yes, caller on WhatsApp, please go ahead.
Hello.
Yes, grab the microphone. Go ahead.
Oh, hey, Biafra.
Biafra, we heard you.
Ekene m onye ọbụla ka anyị si emeri na okwu Simon Ekpa. I was just listening to the program on YouTube, so I saw the number. Actually, I've been looking for this number for a very long time, so I copied it and put it on my WhatsApp. And so let me try and know whether if it's really going. My name is Nwachukwu Chika. I'm based in the motherland, Biafran land. Hello?
We are listening to you. You have only 2 minutes.
Afam Chika. I like Nifunu Neme. I'm so much impressed with your work. Despite when our prime minister was taken out from us, it looks as if all hope is lost. But I must so much thank every one of you in diaspora for your good work, for your contribution. You guys are really trying. We over here in motherland, we know the type of heat that we normally face here. Actually, I have been one of us in the year 2002. I remember that I was picked because of Biafran issue, IPOP issue. I was detained underground for almost 2 years. But to glory be to the Elohi, I still come out alive. So you guys should still keep it on. Let's hit the drum going. Ekenecha m onye ọbụla. Shalom, my brothers. Shalom to my
Shalom.
brothers all over the world.
Shalom, shalom. Dalorin Mazi. You said it happened in 2002.
Yes, 2002.
Under who?
Yes.
Under who?
Yeah, you know that as in when they declare IPOP as a terrorist organization by the zoo government,
Who was the lead at that time?
or
Oge Baloime. Who was the lead at that time?
it was Maz Nnamdi Kalu now, the leader of the IPOP now.
You said 2002 or 2022?
2022, sorry, 2022.
Okay.
I mean, sorry, 2022, my brother.
Okay. Yeah, man.
2022.
Man.
2022. All the whole campaign in the Mazi Mere, Mankome no Colombia, Mankome, Mankaga, Ebonyi State, my hometown. I was there. All of them. So when they declared POP a terrorist organization, it was a lead hit for us over here. It was a lead hit. I know many IPOP people that lost their life even inside the ones that if they capture you, they will not even take you to court. You stay. They will tell you that you stay there and die, and they will cripple you. But it was really horror for sure. But I thank God. Let's keep the drum on. So Okuma Simon Ekpa, Mfuko Saga, Ekwegichiko Kabiama, victory is us. We are expecting a good news from that point.
Yes. Dalo Mazi.
There was sir.
All right, we must continue. I want to give every Biafran opportunity to speak today because I want to assure all of us that as long as justice prevails, there will be only one outcome. There will be only one outcome. Only one outcome. Yes, caller on WhatsApp, please go ahead.
Good afternoon, Biafra Unite.
Good afternoon. You're welcome to the program.
Okay, I'm Wibo Benjamin from the homeland.
You're welcome.
Obi the Moton Kuku. I watch me here making 5 Ruatata. I am very, very grateful. Obi Daniel to Nibisike O. Ka Chineke Koka Biama Jikeni Negoziun Chanile.
You say?
I'm na Simon Aqua Nwoke, Namrika Nwoke, Amoriamo. Amoriaka, Anna Nwoke Biama, no Chuku Ziterehaka, Abia Tinyere Anyaka. Na egbugbe na-egbu ndị Igbo na mmegbu niile na-emegbu ndị Igbo ama m na Chukwu ga-aza anyị ekpere ugbu a.
Ise.
Aghụghọ niile ha na-eme onye mara nga na-esonyere gị n'ọrụ stata ka m fụzi WhatsApp a sị ka m sonyere unu Biafra Unite EU a truthful someone jisi ike o nna anyị onwe ihe ga-eme onwe ihe ga-eme na enwere aba nwe aba anyị nwe awụ ndị Ebonyi anyị we cannot relent, we are not going to surrender. God will answer our prayer. Nigeria ndị ugwu ihe niile ndị ugwu na-eme na ha amaghị ihe a ga-eme na ha agwụla. O nwere mgbe Nnamdi Kanu kwuru okwu, so when Biafra come, this is the beginning of the falling of the European Union. No nwe ọbụla Biafra abịazi ndị ọcha niile abụrụ slave to us.
No, ndị ọcha ga-abụ ndị ọcha ama mbụ slave to us. Nnamdi Kanu ekwughị anything like that. Ndị ọcha ya anọkwa be ha. They will be in their countries and in their hold on.
Yeah.
Ndị ọcha ama mbụ slave to us.
Okay. Yeah.
They will be in their respective countries and their respective continents, enjoying their lives, enjoying their themselves, and living their normal lives. The only thing not there, no, listen, I don't want you to go back there. The only thing there is that we, the Biafran people, will no longer be slaves in Nigeria. But as for the Europeans, the whites, the Americans, the Asians, they will continue to live their normal lives, enjoy themselves, live in their respective nations peacefully as they have been living so far. That is it. And that is the stand of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. That is the stand of Mazi Simon Ekpa. And that is the stand of all of us, the Biafran people. Any of the
Okay.
European country that want to do business with Biafra nation, Biafra will be very, very open and welcoming to all of them who wish to do business with us. Very, very open to deal with them. Thank you, my brother. God bless you for your call. All right. We move from here. Because here, Marotisi Okuoku, don't say something that will even work against us. I don't like it. Nobody's going to be a slave of anybody. All right, we continue. I don't know. Kedonya in Kenya, but she has. Okay, I can watch you. I can has. We can watch immediately because we don't have much time to waste. All right, caller. Hey, what Chineke?
enwetala gị taa.
Finally.
Chineke nna bi n'eluigwe, anụ m ikpere m ala, Chukwunna gọzie gị, Chukwunna dume gị, Chukwunna dume gị n'ụtụtụ n'ogbulo na anyasụ, Chukwunna nyeme gị amamihe, Chukwunna nyeme gị amamihe, ndị ọjọọ enwe ike hụ gị. Ebe ọ bụla ha ji eje yuzuo dia kọmputa, yuzuo ihe onyonyo ha, agaghị ahụ gị. Ha jee na China, agaghị agba zero. Ha bịa na US, agaghị agba zero. Ha jee na Afrịka, ndị na-agba ọgwụ niile enweke ga-ahụ gị n'ụtụtụ n'ogbulo n'anya n'aha Jizọs Kraịst onye nwe anyị. Amen.
Ise.
Otu ahụ ka ọ che na-ekpe na Nnamdi Kanu, otu ahụ ka o che na-ekpe na Simon Ekpa, ụmụnne anyị niile, ndị Israel lụrụ m ọgụ, ha niile aba n'ekpere. Ihe wụ taịm all of us ga-aba n'ekpere n'isi Nnamdi Kanu. Ihe wụ taịm all of us ga-aba n'ekpere n'isi Simon Ekpa. Especially onye ọbụla mara na ndị ọjọọ na ndị a na-akpọ ndị Boko Haram nọ ndị Naijiria, ndị bụla na military or police or air force mkpụrụ ụmụnne ha, ha baa n'ekpere na is awareness. Onye ọbụla baa n'ekpere ka ekpepụta nwoke ka ekpe ya biko ọsọ ikikere anyị like before Chichi kụziela anyị. Nwanne m nwoke cheketa mgbe ịkụziela anyị na emege anyị ma nweta onye eke na-ekwu ka ya mana n'ọnwa onye ka a na-ele anya ya pụta ndị Naijiria hapụ Nnamdi Kanu. Echeketa
100%.
But Bianca enweghị sense. All this ndị na-eri ego ha chọrọ n'ụwa agwụla. Ọwụwa ego wụ the ultimate. After the money, what is the next level? You see that na ndị army na ndị police na ụmụnne na work together with the Fulani. One on one with the Fulani. Ha gwara na ebiele m Libya bie almost African country niile. Gakwa obodo oyibo ya. But to the truth, wụ gịnị? Happen there one on one, they cannot do anything. I don't know, see it in Libya. Libya man na gbam ya hụ ma ebe a na-akpọ Douglas n'Owerri. Makwa can you say white man? How do you know Douglas? Where do you know in Douglas? He asked him that Ama JK, he knows it.
Imagine.
That they came and help Nigeria to fight against Biafran people. Igbo, are you not an Igbo man? Makwa can you see? He said all of us. He said all of their brothers. No, to tell you the truth, what we are fighting is not an easy thing.
Yes.
So anybody not support Chukwunna boy family I am telling you the truth. Onye ọbụla na-eje na-ekwugide Simon Ekpa, Chukwunna boy family n'aha Jizọs. Amen. Ana m agba gị ke mwute mgbe ha gwara gị ihe merenụ. These people ahụhụ anyị n'anya lee n'ọyị niile anyị nwere nke ebe ọ nọ n'aka ndị mmadụ na-eme if you are fighting against ndị Igbo gị mechakwa ga-enye gị the oil ị ga-enwetakwa benefit then all this river line ndị ọcha ndị Igbo ha si na ha aghawu ndị Igbo. But even benefit ha there is no Igbo and there is no
Sat, Niger Delta, ndị Igbo nụcha there, and none of them is a billionaire in dollars with ego Nigerian. None of them is even take advantage na ihe gbasara oil. But lenu kenkenine nọ na north, na grande north. So my brother, onye ọbụla na-ekpe ekpere ka Simon Ekpa pụta, onye egbugo onwe, legodi nwoke a na-akpọ Ken na Creek dị free, enwe onye Igbo nyegere aka. Can he prevent anyone from killing you? Asali Dokubo, can he prevent anybody from killing you? Or we can stop all these police people n'ụzọ. Ebe ọbụla na-aga nụ checha onye ọbụla. Ọgbụtọ ọwụghị otu a ka ọ dị n'ugwu Hausa, ọwụghị otu a ka ọ dị na Yoruba land. My brother, enwere ihe kwuru last time. Ị na-anụ ihe m na-ekwu? Ị na-ekwu na olu enwere iche ole time ndị Igbo ga-eji aka chọpụ ndị onye ọbụla bụ ndị Igbo ka anyị zụrụzi onwe anyị hapụ ndị ọzọ. Biafra ole time anyị nwa ga-apụta ka anyị zụrụ onwe anyị. I'm telling you, mgbe anyị kwuru okwu ha ebelivuru gị. And at the same time, biko kụzihala anyị that okwu kụziri anyị before. Boycott or boycottable. Biko that topic gara far na ndụ anyị. Echefukwala ihe. Boycott or boycottable. Kụzihala anyị again. Ohi ndị India ji zoro onwe ha. Many people ji azoro onwe ha. Ụmụ nwaanyị ndị na-eje ha kwụcha ha nwa azụ ha chekịtara Esther na Bible zọrọ ndị Israelite. Ụmụ nwaanyị anyị nnu nwere power. Ndị nọ some closer to Elon Musk. Why can't you use your power? Ndị nọ closer to Trump. Why can't you use your power? Ndị nọ closer to all the dignitaries. Why can't you use your power? Don't be like Bianca, my brother. And man, masịkwa gị unu ekpebe ka anyị niile wụọ Muslim. Anyị na-akpa akwa isi ala. Nne nna anyị akwa ụkwụ isi ala. Lekwe ka ọ bịaje. Unu mege ndị nwa ndị Igbo support ga ihe ọjọọ, support ga politician. At the end of the day, I will Muslim. Ọ gaghị adị mma. Ọ ga-awe shame. My brother, biko a na-eji opportunity na-akpọ onye ọbụla si give away, give me ihe ọbụla ugbu ihe a na-eme na give me information ya mege weta ya ka eji go against these people. Weta the information kpọrọ ya n'aka nwoke ewu ikuku ka ọ na-ewepụta ya a na-eji against ndị Finland ọkwa ndị Nigeria. Ọ nga ka ọ ha m n'ọnụ ya gajiere gị nna dowe gị n'aha Jizọs. Amen.
Ise. Wow. Ife tolma muri nne bụ na olotelu boycottable. Onye abụrụ onye ọfụ. Ya ma alụ gị mmanwa Chineke. Thank you for your call. Thank you for joining. Thank you for sticking around. Thank you for sticking around. Thank you for believing in the truth. Thank you, of course, for reminding me as well. We will do everything, every single thing that it takes for our freedom to arrive. We are going to do it. We are going to do it. What we are concentrating now. Yes, caller on WhatsApp, please go ahead. You're welcome. What we are concentrating now is for justice to prevail in Finland, and then we move from there. Caller on WhatsApp, please go ahead.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. Can you raise your voice, please? Can you raise your voice so that we can hear you properly?
Okay, my brother. I am calling from Libya, my brother. Good afternoon, my brother.
You're welcome. Go ahead.
I thank you for the good job you are doing for Biafra. Starting from Mazina the Kalisaran, and when they kidnap our leader, you are the one that started this autopilot. In fact, you are the leader of autopilot. You understand me? Before Simon.
No. Yeah, more Simon will lead that.
I know that Simon is the leader, but you are the one that say no. Okay. That started this thing.
Okay.
You are. I know everything. I know you from origin. I know how long we have had for this struggle. I don't want to say much. I just thank Chukwuemeka Abiyama for the wisdom and understanding and the protection, both Mazina and Carlo, both our leader Maz Samanepa, both even you. I know how many times they have tried to take your life, but God Almighty protect you, and they will continue to protect you until Biafra came. We have already won this battle, my brother. You understand me? The battle have already finished. You understand me? Mazina and Carlo have finished his work. They're just holding him there to waste their time. He has already finished his work. Our leader Samanepa is coming out, and we know that he's coming out. They have already win Nigeria. The only thing we say, Nigeria government don't have shame. They don't have even single shame. So my brother, keep it on. I thank you. May God bless you. And also the most important thing to protect you and guide you and supply all your needs in the mighty name of our Lord Jesus. I want to protect our leader Mazina Carlo and our leader Mazisa Manepa. Any evil plan they will plan against him, against both of them, they can never see them in Jesus' name. I pray.
Amen.
And as our leader said, because everything he has said have come to pass. Even Nigeria are testifying it. Yoruba people now are calling, using their hand, are preaching the gospel of our leader. So the day where Biafra will come, all of them will also say, this man said. So shall it be in the name of our Lord Jesus.
Amen.
Amen.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. God bless you. We will be rounding up very, very shortly. Ayana Chikota, Ayana Chikota, Ayana Chikota. Of course, I may not be able to respond to all calls and callers, if I may say. Please, if I do not pick your call, it is not my fault. I'm very, very sorry. We'll do everything within our powers to see that we to come back this evening if possible. So by that time, we will be able to pick all calls. Probably. Sorry. Let me just let me allow. Let me give you the benefit of the doubt. All right, call on WhatsApp. Please go ahead. 1 minute, please.
Ya ehihie ọma maazị
Yamalogim.
ọdịnanwa ikuku ndewo jisie ike Chukwu okike abịa ma o nwere ndị ọ kpọrọ maka njem a and iso n'ime ha and ikwu na eziokwu jisie ike Chukwu gbaa gị ume otu o ji gbaa ọha ma dịka Oluchukwu maazị Nnamdi Kanu otu o ji gbaa ọkpụto ndị Igbo maazị Simon Ekpa Njọkụ otu ọ maka ọ ga-esi gbaa gị gbaa ndị eziokwu ọzọ niile ume na njem a anyị ga-apụta ya na ihe ahụ Amadike kwuru na ọnwụ anyị ga-akwaso ụwa ọ ga-esi eke ụwa niile ọ na-ajụ ma ndị ọghara ka ha na-ayị mana ọnwụ na anyị na-enye Chukwu okike abịa ma aja n'Igbo mmụọ eke mmụọ orie mmụọ afọ mmụọ nkwụ ekele anyị ha mere anyị ndị otu ahụ ka ọ ga-adị ihe anyị kwuru eziokwu because njem ahụ kwanụ ihe mmụọ Pan-African enweghị ike inwe isi apart from na ha sọpọtụrụ Biafra to exist ha enweghị ike inwe isi maka na ọnwa anyị Africa Biafra nwee isi nke echi na changes of Africa will start because anyị nwere ya nwee eji nwee aṅụ Oluchukwu maazị Amadike maazị Nnamdi Kanu okwute ndị Igbo na ndị ọzọ nkwụ n'eziokwu ndị nke kacha nke unu nwe ndị eziokwu nọ na midia unu ka anyị ji aba ndị eziokwu owule nọ na midia ha jisi ike maka na nke a ngosiri anyị na obodo anyị ga-awa obodo eziokwu maka na ihe ndị na-agaghị akọ na anyị nụ anyị agaghị ahụcha the effort unu nshiochara anyị during this fight abịazie na midia unu kwesịrị nọ top breed ahụrụ anyị people of na kind ewere ya gaga nye all this idiot nọ na social media akpata ego afọ mfoju akpa eriju afọ n'ọnụ ọ ga-agbadocha jisi ike Chukwu okike abịa ma gbaa gị ume anyị nwe mmeri okwute ndị Igbo anaghị atụ ụjọ Ọhamadike Oluchukwu maazị Nnamdi Kanu nọsiri ike ebe ọ nọ kwere na ihe o kwechiere otu ahụ ka anyị nwa ndị eziokwu nkwere na ihe vat wita Biafra ọka mma na anwụrụ m anwụ ọka mma na vat there is no need of me existing without this freedom, because there is nothing like freedom.
Yes.
There is nothing like freedom. People that never taste freedom, I don't know the importance of freedom. This word freedom, not the importance is worth more than gold and silver. When you are free, you are alive. As I am now, sometimes I see myself that I'm existing, but I'm just not living. I'm just living, but that is at the moment man I don't on your freedom name. So nde wojisi ike Chukwu okike bụ unu ume onye ọwụna mma ihe a ga-eme ka njem anyị awụrụ ihe a ga-eji kwuo okwu n'ụwa niile. Biko onye aka ruru ka o ruru ya mere anyị na-ahụcha ndị oziokwu na-ahụcha. Jisi ike, Chukwu gbaa gị ume.
Daalụ nwa Chineke. Daalụ. Ya maalụ gị mma. All right. On that note, we have come to the end of this very broadcast. May Chukwu okike abịama bi n'eluigwe bless all of you. Thank you for listening. Thank you for joining me today. Just like as I said a couple of minutes ago, I will do everything within my powers to come back live this evening, even though it is late. I will try to come back this evening. Very, very, very important. And then those of you who did not speak now, believe I want to even though it's not going to be our topic in the evening, I will still allow you to say it. Yes. Bless and protect our leader Mazinam Dekano, grant him divine healing to heal any ailment that he is suffering at the moment. Protect him from the hands of the enemies in Sokoto and those evil eyes that are looking at him from outside. May Chukwu okike abịama bi n'eluigwe, God Elohim, grant victory to our Mazi Simon Ekpa Njoku, our Prime Minister. Grant him victory that at the end of this very month, or before the end of this very month, he will rejoin us, hale and hearty, that we may be able to rejoice and glorify your holy name in the land of Biafra and beyond. As we pray in the name of the Father, the Son, and of the Holy Spirit. From me, from here, with all the love in my heart, my wonderful people of Biafra, it is good evening.